What's up, everybody? Welcome to a proud New York Jets fan podcast. Today, we're going to hang out and we're going to go over the NFL draft. We're going to live react. We're going to have a good time. Hopefully, everyone enjoys themselves. And we know you're not going to like every pick, but you're here to voice your opinion and let us know how much you hate it. Someone else is here to voice their opinion, and we know he can get a little chaotic when he voices his opinions. You know him. You love him. And even if you don't love him, you better freaking love him because he loves you for watching and being part of Jets family. Here he is, the one, the only, chaotic one, Mr. Jets Chaos. Jeremy, what's up, pal?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited. Did you see? I'm gonna go right into a question with you before we get the pick here.
Okay.
I keep having to refresh. Every time I leave the NFL Network feed, it pauses on the laptop, and it's pissing me off. Let me ask you a question. Did you see DJ Reed's tweet yet?
I did not see DJ Reed's tweet.
Okay. I'm going to pull up. I'm going to read it to you. I don't want to misquote it. I believe I saw it in live rounds. Boom, boom, boom. Where is it? Okay. DJ Reed tweeted 42 minutes ago. Patience is a virtue. 5 minutes later, you're all going to see in an hour. Be patient. But I know, with the emoji with sunglasses, and then another emoji that I can't make out. Tissue blowing, maybe? What do you think that means?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to throw a guess out there. And then I'm going to say hi to everyone in the chat. I'm going to guess defense. I'm going to guess that I think we're going defense. I think we're going to bulk up the D-line. I think it means Kancey, Van Ness, or Nolan Smith. My three guys that I have been harping on. I don't think the three offensive linemen make it to us. So I think it could be D-line, and he's going to get really pumped about it. Or maybe Brian Branch in the secondary, and he knows they're going to add to the secondary. What's your guesses? Throw some guesses out there. You guys in the chat.
I mean, look, it's possible. Like Brian Branch. I mean, I know it's not popular. People don't want to see it. But it's crazy to say it's impossible at this point. You know, you just have to understand. Like, we got to be prepared for anything. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. But it definitely will not be popular. I know that much.
It wouldn't be, but I got to believe if the defensive cornerback is saying he knows something, the defensive coaches may have tipped him off, right? In like the group chat.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like I can't see Hackett texting DJ Reed.
No, I can't. I
mean, like maybe Merry Christmas or Happy Thanksgiving, but not. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The number one butthole is here, Mr. Iowan Jet fan. What's up, buddy? Slob on my knob is in the chat, as always. Carolina Panthers are selecting Bryce Young at number 1 overall. Shams, I'm watching the Bleacher Report because Bleacher Report video gives you the before they're on the air. I knew we had Becton before the pick before Becton was even made a couple years ago. Bleacher Report, the Bleacher Report live app is the best place to get the picks, guys. They got Brandon Marshall. They got a couple other people in studio with I forget his name. He did the TNT basketball. What's up, Asylum Reaper? Welcome. Nice backdrop. Thank you. That's what took me a little bit extra. I had to save it on my phone, email it to myself so it's on the laptop, and then save it. I think it makes my eyes pop. Like the blue looks good, right? You don't have to comment on that.
Hey, I'm gonna switch to my computer and jump back on soon.
Okay.
But I'm realizing my phone is like it's already read the battery, so.
All right. I'm red too from the lighting, so me and the phone match one another. I don't have the spotlights here, but go ahead, man. You got the ability to pop in and out whenever you want. You know that.
All right, brother. Thanks.
All right. See you in a bit. I'm also going to have another guest popping on in a little bit. He's just taking care of a couple things. but it looks like Bryce Young is the first pick of the draft. All right, I gotta close that because that's not compliant. I wanted to try to put the NFL live stream in a different browser here up on the screen, but whenever I leave the screen and I'm not looking at it for 5 minutes, it's freezing on me. Oh, thank you, Asylum. Hey, Rusty. Rusty Spooner in the house. What's up, sir? Nice to see you. New phone, who this? What up, boo? You know who it is. We met behind the 7-Eleven in the alley. Does DJ have a family member draft eligible? Oh, I just mentioned another guest, and he pops in instantaneously. You know him from the guy who hangs all the jerseys on the wall behind him. He's got the strongest sheetrock in all of America, and some would even say all of Italy. Let's welcome in Mr. Italy Jet, Gino.
Hey, my friend, how you doing? Got some technical difficulties, and now we're ready to go. I'm excited.
No worries, man.
This is what I call my vacation, my Super Bowl. Maybe you could say. I love the draft. The draft is amazing. I love the draft. I watch all 3 days, celebrate. I make pizza. I got all my energy drinks,
you
my water,
pizza?
My snack. I know, ain't that something?
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
She'll make it the pizza.
Exactly. You know the vibes. But I mean, look at just look at this. I got the lights going. I got everything here. I got the iPad going. Got everything going on.
Nice. I was telling you before when we were texting. Hey, Matthias, welcome, buddy.
Hey.
I brought the coffee maker downstairs.
That's right. You said that. Yeah.
The only time I'm gonna have to, I got the refrigerator. We have a full size refrigerator here in the basement, so I have the water. I have my cheese sticks, my mozzarella cheese sticks for snacks. You know, the string cheese.
There you go.
I got a banana, with peanut butter ready to go. Like I'm ready. The only time I have to get up and leave you is if I have to pee. You know, being
exactly.
So I can't do that down here.
Exactly. That's the only thing for me too. If I gotta pee, then I'm going somewhere. But anything else but that, I'm staying right where I'm at.
I don't know if you heard the Bleacher Report app before Ian Rappaport even tweeted that the Panthers were on the clock. The Bleacher Report app already said Bryce Young is the pick.
Yes, that's what I heard too. They've been talking about it.
On there? Nice.
Okay. iPad. That's exactly what they were saying too. So we're on the same page.
Now, Kraft, who do you think's trading up? You think the Jets are trading up? I missed the.
Is that what he's saying, that they're trading up?
He thinks they are. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if we trade up. If anything, I see us trading back to get more picks. Why would we move back 2 picks to then have to spend more to move up?
I really think that we're either going to trade down or we're going to take Broderick Johnson, or we're going to take Skoronski if they're there.
You got the names. You got Paris Johnson and Broderick Jones combined into one guy, which would be a fantastic line. Broderick Johnson.
Why not? All 3 of them into one. Yeah, just make your own Hulks. But I would go with those 3. Or defensive tackle. I'm here at defensive tackle as well. So I like all of them. I like that. But you know what though? I have this feeling he's going to trade down. I don't know. It's JD. I love what he did last year. I'm giddy.
I got to address this comment.
What's up?
Number 1, Jimmy, if you are available, get your ass in here. This is the guy that him and I co-created the Proud New York Jets fans. We were part of a very large Facebook group, and this was during the Adam Gase era, and there was so much negativity, me and him couldn't take it. And we were talking, we became friends, we were discussing in the private chat on what we were going to do about it. And I was like, why don't we just start our own group? Like all this negativity, I'm like, I'm proud to be a Jet fan. Like everything else in life sucks. I'm like, this is the only thing I'm positive about in my life, and I have absolutely zero reason to be. I was like, how about this name? Proud New York Jets fans. I go, you don't see anything out there like that. And he agreed, he liked it, and we came up with it. And then a little while later, he started the YouTube channel, and our schedules have not been the same. And I've been looking for the day where me and him host a show together. So yeah, all right. Give me I just saw his comment. You can jump in for a few minutes. All right, Gino, take the floor. Cover the first pick. Tell me what you think while I get him in here.
All right, so everyone seems to be really happy in Carolina. There's everything, a lot of claps, a lot of everything going to Rich Eisen. I really do think it's going to be Bryce Young. I can't see it being anybody else. If it's not Bryce Young, I think it's CJ Stroud. But I am also predicting that CJ Stroud and JSN, this is a long shot, but it's been a trend in the last 2 years, that JSN and Stroud are going to be reunited in the Texans. I think they're going to be going to the Texans, both of them, in the first round. I think that would be cool. I like the trend, And
I know it hasn't been put on TV. Jimmy, I texted you. I need your email. Or do you want me to send it in Facebook Messenger? You tell me. Yeah, it's official. If you guys don't want me spoiling it because I'm ahead of the TV with the Bleacher Report, there it is.
It is official?
It's official. It's Bryce Young, and Houston's on the clock. I know you're watching ESPN. If you have Bleacher Report, pull up the Bleacher Report live draft feed with I forget his name. He's the Eagles fan from TNT basketball who now does the Bleacher Report. I'm drawing a blank on his name. I have it on mute, so I forget who it is. But they're doing a feed that's ahead of ESPN and ahead of NFL also. So you'll get the info quicker if that's what you're looking for.
Mine is like so slow right now.
Let me email Jimmy. Come on.
Jeez, why is this so slow?
Yeah, my laptop is really, really slow too. So give me now that we know the first pick, give me your thoughts on the second pick and what you think they should go with.
Stroud. I can't see him going any other way. You know what I mean?
All right, Jimmy, that was sent. Your eyes are so dreamy. No lies told, Iwan. I mean, I don't know if you're talking to me or Gino, but I'm gonna take it as a compliment for me. He can take it very. Man, Matt.
What happened?
Matt, what'd you think in my mind? I was talking to Matt here in the chat. What'd you think about Brian Branch to the Giants in my mock that I did?
Me or him?
Gunny's here.
Gunny's not here. I don't see him.
Matt in the chat.
No,
somebody typed it. Dark
Gunny.
Soldier typed
No,
it.
I was seeing Gunny. Oh yeah, Dark Soldier got you.
My second guess.
Okay, Bryce Young. Yeah, GVH. I'm on GVH right now. The bottom one. I'm on NFL Network, and there's still 4 minutes left on the clock. That was it, and now he just got picked. Young just got picked. So interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to bring the volume on, obviously, right next to the computer. And if I had a headbud thing, then I'd pop it in one ear to keep it. But I mean, most of it is 10 minutes of talking and 6 seconds of excitement.
That's true. Is it? Who else is coming on? Adam coming on?
Adam is out. He's doing his Virginia Jets fans
cool
outing tonight. It's Gabe. You're a Gabeich. I see what you did there. And there's still 4 minutes on the clock. Yeah, go to Bleacher Report app, guys. If he's there, I take him. All right, Matt. There we go. We're back on the same page. I was gonna say it's kind of you send jerseys on. Oh, I got you, Dark Soldier. I got you. His wife Jess just redid the whole room. And it looks really good. I don't know if you saw the draft. We did Buffalo Jet Fans channel last night. Buffalo, Tigo, me, Gunny, Adam, and Jeremy. We did a draft, and we were talking about how good it looks behind him. So the Texans are on the clock. I placed a couple bets.
Okay.
And the biggest paying bet, I put $4 or $5 bets in. I had $20 free bets today. And the biggest payoff for $5 to win like 380 was Young 1, Stroud 2, and then the Texans trading up for Richardson at 3, pays 380 on a $5 bet. I'm going to bring in the co-founder of the Proud New York Jets network between YouTube and Facebook, Mr. Jimmy Dardine, Jets by Jimmy. Oh, look at that, bro. We even got the long beards going together. How you doing, man? How's everything?
Not too bad. Can you hear me? Everything good?
Yeah. Everything's good.
Yeah, just grinding work in school. I just don't have a whole lot of time for any of this stuff really anymore, man.
It breaks my heart. I loved your insight. I loved the work that you put in. I loved your ability to assess and then also annihilate players that you don't like. the ability to annihilate a player and what he does wrong might be your greatest gift. You're good at finding the talent, but you're also fantastic at dismissing it if you don't like the guy.
I mean,
The Texans have selected CJ Stroud.
That's to be expected.
But now I need Richardson for the payoff. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I just got the alert. I wanted to get that out there.
No, you're good, man. CJ Stroud was to be expected. Houston needs a quarterback. We'll see. We'll see where I think Indianapolis is going to take the next one, but
I really think so. Right,
I anticipate a trade for 3 right now, so keep an eye on that.
I do too. I think the Titans are jumping, to be completely honest with you. And somebody, I think it was Daniel Jeremiah, said don't sleep on the Texans jumping up to 3 to get Will Anderson Jr. or Tyree Wilson. Don't sleep on them moving up and having number 2 and 3 and having the face of the defense and offense together in the same draft. But right now, my only bet left is Anthony Richardson.
Matthew Smith. I saw a Panther
Where's that?
fan with a Stroud jersey on Twitter earlier.
I mean, don't spoil it. You're watching the draft feed to get the info. I'm trying to give you the info before the networks. I get it though. You got to shit. I don't even know how far behind you guys are. Dark Soldier, what are you watching ESPN? Because if you're watching ESPN, you should be on the same timeline as Italy.
I'm on NFL Network.
Okay.
I'm on GVH. I'm with GVH.
I'm not watching it.
I'm watching this, and I'm watching Pat McAfee.
Oh, they're doing a show?
Yeah.
Well, I was very happy then to be in double digits. Don't mention other shows when I'm on, Jimmy. What the hell's wrong with you? Don't mention the biggest podcast going.
Like everybody doesn't know McAfee's live right now.
True.
Oh, Bleach Report. I ain't using that shit. All right, then I'm gonna Dark Soldier. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to say the pick when I see the alert come in, or should I? Guys in the chat, you tell me. Do you want to know the pick right away, or do you want to wait to see it live on TV? Because I'm sure you much rather hear me, Gino, or Jimmy talk than Roger Goodell. So, as always, the draft will dictate the show.
How far do you think Njigba falls, or however you pronounce his name?
I think he can go as high as 8 to the Falcons, and I think he can go as low as 14 to the Patriots.
Maybe.
I think that's his window. I have read that a lot of people don't think this is a great wide receiver class, and it could be a collective fall on wide receivers.
I still think I think there's some sleepers in there a little bit, but it's not going to be like a stacked class like it was last year and the year before. But this year there's some hidden gems, but it's not like, oh, you must get, right? I still think there's talent there though, like some sneakers in there.
Yeah, actually, Samini just tweeted something interesting. Let me pull it back up. I find this intriguing. This is the first time in franchise history the Panthers have drafted an Alabama player in the first round. They were one of 3 teams that hadn't selected an Alabama player in the first round in the common draft era. little trivia for the chat. If you saw it, don't say anything. Who are the other two? You guys care to take a guess, and we'll throw it to the chat too?
For the Panthers, right?
Well, there was 3 teams that never drafted an Alabama player in the first round. This is the first time the Panthers.
First round.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the Panthers took Young. 2 other teams have never drafted an Alabama player in the first round. Give me some guesses. If you saw the tweet in the chat, don't ruin it. No, the Jets took D. Milliner from Alabama. That's the last one that I can remember.
No. Quit. Quinnen.
Yeah, Quinnen also. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes, Iwan, you're right. But the Jets and Pats are not it. Jacksonville is not it. Jimmy, you got a guess? Usually no random shit like this.
I should know, and I'm an Alabama fan. I should know.
Say San Francisco.
No. Bills. I see Bills in the chat. No.
Philly.
I'll give you a hint. They normally don't draft in the first round anymore.
Is it Miami?
No, this has been consecutive years.
Rams.
Yeah, Rams are 1. And
I'm gonna go Miami though. I think
not Miami.
no, actually that doesn't sound right either.
I was just making fun of their loss of their first round pick this year.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny that they gave up a first-round pick to get a quarterback they didn't get, and they're bitching about us giving up a first to get one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. I will say the team is in the NFC. Seattle, no. Vikings, no. Cardinals, no.
Packers?
No. There's not many left. We said 49ers.
I will say happy draft day to everybody.
Oh, happy draft day.
Nice Viking war axe mug.
Seattle, no. Cardinals,
Nice
no.
to meet you,
Lions.
man.
Oh,
Nice
Bears.
to meet you.
Yeah, you too, buddy. I like your content too, man.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, the Rams and the Bears.
Been a year. It'll be a year actually this week.
Yeah.
It'll be a year. Yeah.
I wish I had more. I wish I had more time to do this type. I love this type of stuff, man. But
You got me into it.
At least I did something right.
Are we calling it that?
Hey, your mug was another thing you did right. That's a sick mug,
dude.
It's sick. I love it. I looked at that. Oh my god, it's awesome.
It's got the war axe handle and everything, dude. I love that thing.
I love it. That looks awesome.
But yeah, I had to move back to Idaho, and I've been busting my ass at work and starting school. So this time in 2 years, I'll be a gunsmith. So that's going to be awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Congratulations.
That's
I hope it works
scary.
out for you. Hope it works out for you.
Pretty scary.
It's pretty scary, yes. But I hope it works out for him.
I appreciate it. My niche is going to be, because I'll be able to build everything from scratch, like mill my own barrels and like the works. And I've always thought it'd be really cool because I'm a huge nerd as well. So I love Star Wars. And I've always wanted to go to the range and have everybody pulling out their Glocks or whatever. And then I pull out Han Solo's blaster chambered in 45 ACP.
Yeah, I called it. I called it. Arizona is trading up or trading back, and the Texans have moved up to number 3.
What did I say? I said there was a trade for 3.
Daniel Jeremiah had that. I mentioned it earlier that he had them going 2 with the quarterback and 3 with Will Anderson Jr.
Wait. So the Cardinals
It's
moved
not.
back?
They haven't announced the pick yet, but the Cardinals have moved back to 12, which sucks for us because that's the sweet spot to take an offensive lineman, right?
Well, what is he going to do? What are they going to do?
Who? Texans.
What do you think they're gonna do? Oh, and they just.
It's either Tyree Wilson or Will Anderson Jr.
Do you want me to say it? Someone already tweeted it.
I'm
Do you care?
fine with it. Like I want to know. I mean,
It is Will Anderson.
okay. All right, we'll give people in the chat an option. We'll say we know the pick.
Wow.
The pick is in. So
Right,
if we
right.
know it, we'll say we know the pick. The pick is in, and give them a chance to mute whatever they're watching on.
Wow.
You know
That
what?
is
With all due respect to the chat, you're just as valid as any draft show happening right now. And if they're in your channel, announce the pick, brother.
Yeah, I get that. I just don't want to run people off because they're getting upset by it. So I try to be on the fence with it. You know what I mean? I try to. Hey, Ant, you want to come in? Roger, you want to come in? Let me know. I guess I'm going to ask. I don't know. I figured people in the chat. GVH, I'm cool with you all saying it. Gunsmith got it right. Yeah, you got to put that on as your name. Saying the Dirty Bird's always been fun. I really like this draft for the Texans. I thought the Texans on my mocks that I do on the IOW show, Jimmy, that you've been on with me in the past with Lamar and Jamel.
Yeah.
And Gino was just on with them last night.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Iowa, when I see that. Nick flexing his soft skills. Listen, you want viewers? Sometimes you got to do what the viewers want and not what you want. I did what I wanted in life, and that's why I'm 48 days sober today and single, because I lived life on my choices, and my choices have sucked.
Nick, it's very progressive of you to acquiesce to the mob. Hats off.
It's not the mob. It's just the subscribers, right? I hate you.
I say it because you believe the same way I do, so it's funny.
Yes, it is. That's why I'm like motherfucker. I'm like everything that we hated, he's calling me out for now.
Yeah, but are we surprised though?
Too many coffees. My body's.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, it will do that. It'll get you really winded.
Well, I'm in the basement, and the basement is like an icebox down here. But this is like a flannel, one of those like long john almost types of shirts, but it's like a winter shirt, and this jacket on top of it. And I'll do anything for subscribers. So 3 picks in, I'm stripping off layers of clothes. About pick number 12. It's going to get really fun.
Hey, I would not doubt it.
So
I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Oh my God, the Titans just traded D-Hop. Is that real? The Titans traded for D-Hop? Or the Cardinals? All right, Anthony, give me a second. I was in the middle of my striptease there. Oh, we're a mob, all right. Yes, and angry for the most part. You know, when you don't have any buildings
we are angry
to look at in Iowa, and all you have is ears.
Oh shoot! Okay.
I'm 5 years in July. If I can make it 5 years, you can, Nick. Amen, brother. God bless, man. Good for you. Matthew Titans got D-Hop. I'm smoking by somebody.
Man, Cardinals got a haul.
Is that for real? Did the Titans get D-Hop?
I am not seeing anything yet. But dang. Cardinals are getting a haul. Huge haul. And what I mean by huge is they just got Will Anderson was this big. Then get a 4th round pick this year. So this draft. Then next year, this is what the Cardinals get. A 1st round draft pick. 2nd round draft pick this year. But next year is a 1st and a 3rd.
And the Texans get back number 3, which they picked, and 105.
It's a 4th, yeah.
And I'm sorry. And Anthony Richardson is now a Colt.
Anthony Richardson is a Colt? What happened?
Anthony Richardson is a Colt. Connor Hughes tweeted that out first. So,
Dang. Okay, well, good for them though. Anthony Richardson.
is this the so let me throw this out before we get there. Is Will Levis going to Seattle to back up Geno? Or are they going D-line? Are they going Carter or Wilson? What do you guys think? Does Levis start the fall? Because we heard that the Colts loved Levis. If the Colts passed on him.
Didn't Seattle extend Geno?
Yeah, they did.
They did. They can get out after year 2.
I don't see him trying to get out.
But yeah, remember too, if you think this guy can be a franchise quarterback, and you're
No,
Seattle,
it's Geno Smith. Like,
no. I mean the guy in the draft. If you think there's a guy at 5 who could be a franchise quarterback, you take him, you sit him for a year, you go old school with it, right? And let's be real, Geno Smith had one good year. You can't call him a comeback player of the year because he never came the first time. That's what she said. But he never came the first time. It's breakout player of the year. So the chances of Geno doing it again could be very, very slim.
but do you think Seattle is leaning towards or against that gamble?
I think Seattle had 2 plans. If there's a quarterback there that they like, you take him because you still have number 20 to add to your roster for this year. Or you trade the pick to somebody quarterback hungry. Maybe the Raiders, maybe the Titans want to come up. Or you just keep the pick and you go Tyree Wilson or Jalen Carter on the D-line. But this guarantees Carter or Tyree Wilson being there for the Lions at 6, who already have Hutchinson and are building a nice young defense.
I don't understand why Houston traded back into number 3 if they knew number 4 was going to take a quarter. I think Indianapolis takes a quarterback.
They did. They took Richardson, which is a good one for them, I feel like.
It's perfect. And this is the plan on the IOW show that I said. Anthony, Roger, give me 1 minute, pal. Text me your email, and I'll shoot you the link. Email, compose. When I did my first mock the last week of February, I had the Colts trading up to number 1 for Richardson. And this was my logic. Pre-free agency, I said, you have the offensive coordinator from Philadelphia there now. What did he run? He ran the RPO, and he ran it with Hurts and Miles Sanders. Now, you bring in Gardner Minshew, let him start. He knows the system, which they did. And then you slowly bring Richardson along, and you bring him in on 3rd and 4s. And now you have him with Jonathan Taylor running the RPO, which to me is a lot scarier than Hurts and Sanders running it. You still got some nice pieces on that line with Quentin Nelson and others. And I think the Colts in round 2, you go beef up your line, and then you slowly bring Richardson into it. You start off on 3rd down with RPOs. You start at goal line packages, 4th and short, you bring him in, and then you start to let him evolve behind the scenes in practice as a passer. And then over time, you let him play. And probably year 2, maybe middle of year 2. They say he's got a lot to learn with the defenses and reading them. You don't have to Zach Wilson him and throw him in immediately. All right, I sent. Anthony, Roger, if you're still here, I'll just text you. What do you guys think? Seattle, what do you guys think they do? Jimmy, I'll throw it to you, and then Gino to you. The phones are ringing in Seattle, per Ian Rappaport. People probably trying to jump up for the quarterback.
What's pick 5?
Yeah.
Carter. I think Carter or offensive line.
And I got to give Seattle credit. They've built a nice team after dropping the ball horrifically with the Jamal Adams trade and the compensation that they gave up.
Right.
they've turned themselves into a playoff contender pretty quick. Obviously, the Russ trade helps. Denver being horrible this past year, getting the number 5 pick. And now you trade back a little bit, you get more draft capital. And Seattle drafts very well. I think they're one of the underrated teams when it comes to drafting.
If they stay put, I think they go defense. Their defense has been pretty bad for the last few years.
That's why I'm saying Carter.
I like the Carter pick too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Carter is a good choice. I thought Anderson was actually going to go to either the Texans, Seattle, or Bears. But Texans, I mean, you got a defensive mind coach, so this doesn't surprise me that they got, Anderson. But I think Carter is their guy right now. I think they're going to go after Carter. Wait, Ben Dover to Seattle.
Oh, here's an easy one, Samini. Obviously, Samini loves putting out these nuggets. Anthony Richardson is the first quarterback taken in the first round from Florida since. Come on, guys.
He's been on his game lately.
Anyone?
It's not.
Oh, are you asking us a question? Sorry,
Yeah,
man. Sorry, my bad. What'd you
Anthony
say?
Richardson is the first Florida quarterback taken in the first round since
Tebow?
Tim
Yeah,
Tebow.
there you go.
Tim Tebow. Yeah, there you go.
in 2010. What team drafted him?
Broncos.
Correct.
I was trying to remember who was that Florida kid from last year, the year before.
Oh, Kyle Trask. I think he went 2 or 3 to the Bucks.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. It was so late. It was either end of the first or start of the second.
Wow. In all seriousness, guys, who do you think the Jets will do? In all seriousness,
see, right? We got to see how it falls.
I agree. I think
Arizona
like
going back to 12 is linemen. I fully think that's a lineman. They gotta listen. They're gonna be shit. They got a bunch of extra picks now.
Right.
They got a quarterback who's going to miss most of the year. They could be competing for a number 1 pick. The Texans with the young quarterback could have 2 top 5 picks next year. Arizona. So to me, build your line. At 12, we'll see who's there.
There you go. There you go. The rumor is expecting Seattle to pick Jalen Carter. That's the rumor.
Okay. Where are you getting rumors from? Just out of curiosity.
Were
you getting a tweet from somebody?
I'm just looking at tweets.
Okay.
But like I said, it's just a rumor. So like I'm looking at PFF. I'm looking at NFL rumors.
Anthony, if you're still here, I emailed it to you.
Mike Garardi. Trying to look at Mike Garardi as well.
Yeah, they did, GBH. Yeah, they did. While we got a little downtime here before the pick comes in, obviously you guys are all subscribed. If you're in like Jets chats, group chats on your phone, you got friends, Facebook groups, or other groups, send out the stream. Tell them, hey, check this out. Let's have a good time. I'm going to bring in a fine young gentleman that I had the honor of watching grow up as a youth player. He's now playing college football, and he came on the IOW show a couple weeks ago, and was a really good guest. So I want to bring in my buddy Anthony Roger.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you? Welcome. This is Gino in the top with the Jet hat on, and my buddy Jimmy, who helped co-found the Proud New York Jet Fan Network with the beard like me. It's part of our foundation that when we established the show said you have to have long beards that are fading to white very quickly.
That they are.
That's not in my vocabulary, but good for you guys. Glad you guys are embracing it.
Even. All right, here we go.
What, the pick is being announced?
No, my hat was uneven. I was just fixing it.
You can't say "here we go." That's what you say when someone walks in the podium, Anthony.
I was about to say. I thought you was going to say something. I'm like, what?
That's my fault.
No, you're good.
Yeah, Nick, what's it called? When I was on when you guys were live streaming on Monday, dude, I was sick from the Wednesday of the week that I was on the show, right? that Wednesday up until probably that Monday. I was sick, like
Really?
badly sick. Yeah. I don't know what I had, but yeah, that's when I texted you because I was gonna try to come on because I had planned to get I had this research paper to do over the weekend,
Okay.
and yeah, I was gonna come on Monday, but then, dude, I was like 104 like 3 days straight with a fever. It was terrible, but yeah.
I'm glad you're doing better, man. You know, it's really funny in the COVID year. Uh, Uncle Pedro, your dad, and I, and you know, like Coach TJ and other guys, we all got on a live stream on Zoom, and we watched the draft together. I don't know if you remember that. Your dad was down in the basement.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
This is wild for me. Like 3 years later, now I'm on a draft show with you after being on with your father.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I remember that. You guys were on the Zoom call. I remember that.
Yeah, that was fun. Pedro's supposed to pop in, but you know him. He could be in the middle of a sentence and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Hey
That
Nick, I got my girlfriend pulling in now, so before she gets up, I got to take off. But what I will say for the Jets pick, I think that if Broderick Jones is there, that's the pick. The only caveat to that is if Njigba falls, then we're in a position where we can take best player available, and that would be him. So even if we can overstack the wide receiver room, that's what we should do if he's there at 15. So
let me fire this question to you. If the top three, Skoronski, Arizona 12 pisses me off because now the Bears, the Titans, and the Cardinals could go lineman 3 in a row and blow this up. What's your thoughts on if it's Kalijah Cansey from Pitt, Lucas Van Ness, or my personal favorite guy in the draft, because you know I'm a Georgia guy, Nolan Smith. I know Nolan Smith doesn't fit our scheme per se, but to me, he's Micah Parsons 2.0. Same exact size, same exact speed. He's a guy that you put on the field and could just make plays. If you have 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you got, throw me your thoughts on that before you bounce out.
Ultimately,
real quick, pick is in. The Seahawks did not go D-line. They went cornerback and took Devin Witherspoon from Illinois to team up with Tariq Woolen.
Oh, that's sneaky good.
Fantastic 1-2
That's sneaky
combination.
good. I love Witherspoon.
That's good.
Oh.
Honestly, I think Broderick Jones is the type of O lineman that JD likes. So if he's there, I think that's the key. If Njigba and Jones in the top three are gone, I think we recoup picks. I think we trade back.
Okay, I think 18 with the Lions to 22 with the Ravens is a nice sweet spot, or Chargers at 21. I think someone's going to come up for the running back. If Bijan Robinson gets past, I've said the Bears, possibly the Eagles at 9-10. But if he falls a little bit into the teens, look at the Chargers looking to jump up and maybe trade Eckler throughout the weekend.
But see, I'm really not worried about offensive line. Offensive line is always pretty deep. You can find all-star caliber players in 4th, 5th, 6th round. So
you could find a Max Mitchell, right? A guy who fits your scheme, a guy who's a technician but doesn't have the flash.
You can find Corey Lindsley. You can find Matt Paradis. You can find those guys in the mid-round.
Houdini did pretty well, right? You just got to find the guy. They're there. You don't got to have a first-round pick on the whole offensive line because eventually you're not going to pay all these guys.
I hear you. But, hey, man, I want to appreciate it. I appreciate you guys bringing me on. It's nice to meet everybody. I'm going to take off, spend some time with my lady. But
have fun, brother.
Let's go Jets.
Friday nights, 8 to 10 is going to be the regular. I got Krista Levitas coming on next Friday for an interview. Up to her if it's going to be pre-taped or live. But Fridays, 8 to 10 Eastern is going to be the showtime now. I'm done going out on Friday nights. So that's my spot.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Be good, buddy. It's great seeing you. Take care, man.
You too.
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. The co-founder of the Proud New York Jets Facebook page and YouTube channel, Jimmy Jardine. So, Anthony, give me your thoughts. Cornerback going. Everyone had D-line if they kept the pick. I don't think anybody. Tigo had O-line and taken O-line and put him together with the pick last year and having a dominant offensive line again. But all the mocks that I've seen, I've done, I don't think they had a cornerback ever going to Seattle. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, no, that's surprising to me. I did not think that, especially with the rookie from this year. I forgot his name. I don't know why I just drew a blank. This year being their rookie, it was a rookie this year, right? They just drafted last year.
Oh, Tariq Woolen.
Yeah, Woolen.
It's like 6'4".
Yeah, he played amazing. So I didn't think they were going to go with another corner here at all. I would have figured probably offensive line, like you were saying, compared to this. This definitely surprising to me. That's why when you said it, it was a little delayed on my TV screen, and it kind of made a face. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think that was going to happen. But, hey, listen, you can never have too many corners, can you?
No, I can't.
Never. In this league with the passing rules, you got to be able to cover everybody because they want the receivers to run freely. That's a really, really good combination right there.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, they're still behind us, but that's a very nice combination. Gino, tell me what's on your mind. What do you think about that pick? And also look ahead after you're done with that at the Lions at 6.
I'm trying to – I just have them on the clock. Are they just on the clock for you right now? Or do they already
They're
pick?
still on the clock. That's why I
Okay,
want to
cool.
I want to try to go around. Oh, breaking news. Arizona is trading up to number 6.
Whoa. Oh, shoot. Trading with the Lions. Yeah. Damn. With the Lions. Oh, is D-Hop going?
No, I think it's got to be Carter or Paris Johnson.
That's true. Witherspoon's a great pick for them. They definitely need 2 guys there, and I think it's a great pick. Oh my gosh. I love Witherspoon.
Are you doing your Aaron Rodgers? Are you in the darkness here? Oh, there you are.
Oh, my fault. I was on what's it called? I was looking at the ESPN.
When it went black, I couldn't tell if you had left or not.
No, I'm here. Do you think the Cardinals go Gonzalez here? Corner?
I think it's Paris Johnson or I think it's Jalen Carter, to be completely honest. I think that they or it could be Tyree Wilson. I think they're going to build the front.
Yeah.
And I think that Iowa Jet fan asked, he signed for 5 years, $260, being $52 million a year on average.
That's Lamar, right?
All right. So they move up to number 6. They gave up number 12 and they gave up number 34. So they still make out big time from their move down.
I'm going to join from my computer here so I can have my phone.
All right.
But I didn't know my camera.
Okay. They just announced it.
So that's good for them. They're giving up just a second to go up. You know, they got a 1, a 2, and next year's 1 and 2, and they only gave up this pick and
they only
2.
gave up 2 picks. They only picked 2 picks. Yeah.
So you moved back 3 spots essentially, and you still got a 1 and a 2 in the chamber. You know what I mean? And you still have your second round pick. So
right.
I think the Cardinals, who have a lot of needs, worked it nicely, and I think they're in a position where you just got to build the foundation of your team, right? They're like where we were a couple years ago. They have a quarterback. We didn't. But, you know, Hopkins is rumored to be out. Sorry, guys. Whenever I stop talking, alerts are coming in. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, same here. I think I already know where they're going to go with. From Dove Kleeman.
Albert, go ahead. You go first.
Dove Kleeman, it's Paris Johnson.
Okay. Albert Breer just said Cardinals have moved up and they've had their eye on Paris Johnson. He should be the pick.
And Ari Mirov, is it
Mavarov?
Yeah,
Mavarov?
Yeah, something like that.
I'd never say it right, and I would put the letters in the right order.
Yeah, he's saying the same thing. Oh, Antoine just posted it too. Antoine Staley just said it was Paris Johnson. Connor Hughes said it too. Man, that's crazy.
Wow. So what? We've had 3 trades so far, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy night.
The
Yeah, it's
Panthers
three
moved up
trades.
to number 1.
Right.
The Texans moved up to number 3. And then the Cardinals moved back up. So in 6 picks, we've had 3 trades. This is what's going to make the draft go longer when they have all these picks. I think a couple years ago there was 8 trades in the first round total.
Man, that's all.
Yeah, it's Johnson. He's gone. So now if you're the Raiders, right? Will Levis is sitting there. There
Right.
was rumors that you wanted to trade up. Got you on the laptop? All right, let's remove that. Add Anthony back here on the laptop. There you go.
There you go.
So if you're the Raiders, you can take Jalen Carter, who with his off-the-field concerns is the perfect Raider, right?
Right.
He's the
You're not wrong.
perfect Raider, Jalen Carter. You still have Tyree Wilson, and now you got Will Levis. Or you could take Christian Gonzalez, like the cornerback. Like, I think those are the names here that we're looking at. Guys in the chat, what do you guys think? I mean, this could be a spot to trade back to for the Raiders if somebody wants to come up and get the core. If the Titans want to jump up from 11, right? If they don't want to wait anymore, they could come up. What do you guys think? Anthony, what do you think?
For who? The
Raiders. Do you think they keep it?
Raiders?
You think they move it? And if they do keep it, who do they take? Or if they move it, who do you see coming up?
I mean, to be honest with them and the way their offseason went, I have no clue even
It's
what
the Raiders.
they do.
You never know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, because the thing with obviously signing Garoppolo, I mean, they could take Levis, honestly, but do you use your pick 7 on Levis? I don't know. No, I don't think that at pick 7, right? Pick 7 that they take Levis. So, I mean, do you feel a need somewhere else, or do you just trade the pick? Because I don't know if they're in a win now or if they're in a rebuild, because some of their moves in the offseason, scream, rebuild, but then at the same time, they make signings that don't suggest that, So, I mean, you could take Levis here. I mean, I personally don't see anything wrong with that. But, I mean, you could fill a need somewhere else. I think they're in a weird spot at 7 on what they do.
Yeah, that 7 is usually that you don't get the first pick at a position. Like, you're not getting the first edge. You're not getting the first quarterback. You're not getting the first cornerback now.
Exactly.
You're not getting the first lineman. So 7 is like that first fall off, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know the guy from Utah is good, though, the tight end. I mean, they just got rid of Waller in the offseason. But again, with pick 7, are you going to take a tight end there if he's not, you know what I'm saying, the next coming of,
I thought that too a little bit. Like
So,
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple tight ends they could take.
Yeah, Georgia.
I mean, tight end.
Witherspoon, yeah.
Yeah, and they need some
Washington.
O line too, if I'm not mistaken, right? They could definitely beef up their O line a little bit, so they could go O line here, but it's just kind of weird because again, you signed Garoppolo to a nice little deal. So do you draft the quarterback?
Yeah, the Raiders have always been the wild card.
Yeah.
Like, they went back and they drafted a safety Huff because he ran the top 40 speed. They drafted a receiver, Darius Hayward Bay, who ran a fast 40 but couldn't run a slant or a hook to save his life. He was like a sprinter.
Oh man.
I'm trying to see. Honestly, not a good Lions pick. Lions didn't pick. Did they? Oh, they traded back.
Yeah, Lions traded back.
They're back at 12 now, the Lions.
12.
So they have 12, 18, which is still a nice position to be in, especially if somebody wants to trade up for a running back and you're okay. Utah represent. Oh, we got the Utah Jet fan here, Mr. Dark Soldier. Thought McDumbass was going to take Richardson because of Tebow. I hope so. I
All
want to
right,
hate
let's
McDaniels.
see. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's see what the Raiders do. I think they're going to go offensive line or they're going to go Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman or Jalen Carter. Or I'm thinking that Notre Dame guy, Mayer.
Mayer, the tight end. Because they traded Waller.
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly.
Well, he said the same thing too, but I'm thinking Washington too. I think Washington kind of fits them
Round
better.
2, though. They're saying some concerns about him and his.
I know. Yeah, I've heard that too. But I think Washington would pick perfect with the Raiders, and Mayer would pick perfect with the Packers. I don't know.
Okay, Matt. Sorry, man. I'm looking at the phone. Usually, we're doing a show and I'm engaged in the chat the whole time, Matthew. For guys in the chat, you know how the draft is. It's very fluid. Things keep moving and changing second to second. So I'm trying to monitor the phone. I'm trying to monitor the chat. I'm trying to stay engaged in the conversation.
The phone. What phone? Look at you.
The Raiders have selected Tyree Wilson. The end. And I love him. I absolutely love him.
Wow.
Who they take?
Tyree Wilson, my favorite defensive player in the draft.
Oh, wow. Hey, him and Crosby on that D line. And they got Jones, too. That's a good D line.
That's a very good D line. Now you can learn behind Jones, right? And Crosby.
Yeah.
You can
Exactly.
Man, it's just behind. I'm behind. I went from the NFL Network to ESPN. It just says the pick is in on the Raiders. That's it.
Yeah, it says pick is in for me. I don't even know what I'm watching on, to be honest. Kind of just threw it on. I'm on the NFL Network, yeah.
Yeah, NFL Network is super slow right now. Like that's like 5 minutes, I feel like. Tyree Wilson.
I got Tigo yelling at me. No spoilers, bro. Just reactions. I'm like, so I can't comment, but you can. How the hell do I know when you know?
What is he talking about?
The guys I have in the chat, the guys that we did the Buffalo draft with. Hang on, go ahead. No, Matthew Smith, Jalen Carter's not gone, and Steve Weish said on the NFL Network this morning that his biggest something that wouldn't shock him tonight would be Jalen Carter falling out of the top 10. Watch the Lions trade back and get him at 12.
One hell of a draft.
I was listening before I joined. You were talking about Bijan Robinson and where to go. I don't think he falls past the Eagles, to be honest. I think the Eagles are definitely going to take him with their first pick.
Bijan?
Yeah.
Well, hear this out. I think the Bears can. You traded for DJ Moore. You spent money on your offensive line. You traded for Claypool last year. You have Mooney. You have Cole Kmet. You got Herbert in the backfield, who's a nice third down speedster. You want Justin Fields to become that next elevated quarterback? Go get him the greatest weapon in the draft.
How's their O-line looking, though?
They brought in some names. They put some money into it. They signed a couple names, not household names, but solid NFL starters.
I know they signed the one guy. Did he play for the Patriots last year, or am I thinking of somebody else? I know. I saw the Bears sign one person in the offseason.
Falcons are on the clock. Who are the Falcons getting?
Falcons.
I'm thinking defense. For them. All defense.
Hey Nick, my food got here, so I'll probably hop on a little bit when I'm done.
Nice. What'd you get?
I got Pino's, got some wings and
You
chicken
traitor.
fried chilies.
You traitor.
For tonight, I am. But yeah.
Enjoy, buddy. I just had that like a week ago because it's right on the corner here.
All right, I'll see you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet you too.
you got the link. Hop in anytime.
All right, sounds good. I'll text you.
You don't even have to. Click the link again, and then you'll pop up backstage.
What a great pickup for them. I just like I just like Wilson's outfit. I like his chains.
I'm not seeing it. Sorry. Go ahead. Tell me what you think's going to happen here. I got a couple people trying to chime in on the stream, but they can't. I'm just trying to walk them through subscribing.
Oh no, you're fine. Gina Shine. What's that, Nikki?
That's Nikki. That's my son.
Very nice.
Who keeps telling me he changed the YouTube account from his mother's name when she created it when he was a kid to his name, but it's obviously not because my ex would not support me in here.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. How do I see it? Okay.
The pick is in for the Falcons. What are they gonna do? JSM? Nah. Oh! Damn! Robinson is off the board.
Really?
Oh! Low key. I like this. I like it for him. Wow. I didn't expect that.
Dude, what if the Eagles replace Hargrave with Jalen Carter? How about that?
Wow.
That's a scary thought, right? Now you have the Bears. Now let's throw this around.
Throw around.
The Bears had the number 1 pick. The number 1 prospect was Jalen Carter. The Bears trade back to 9 and could still walk out with Jalen Carter.
I don't know. Don't remind me. Wow. You know what? I thought they were gonna. I thought they were gonna go quarterback too. But they like Ritter too much, so I understand.
Dude, the Titans are staying at 11, and they're going to get Levis. Eagles aren't taking him. Bears aren't taking him. Oh, there we go. Chicago needs a lineup. They really don't, though, Iowa. And if you look, I mean, they didn't sign any marquee names, but if you look at who they signed, they have a solid line. What's up? What's up, Nikki Shine? It would be sick if JSN showed up with pearls like GW did. No lies told. Bucky Brooks called it.
Wow. Crazy.
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, please God, no. Right? And you
That'd
have
be awful. That'd be awful.
With Fletcher Cox. There you go, son. Now you don't have to lie to me anymore, telling me you did things when you didn't. More QB, please. Yeah, I think The running back helps us. One lineman so far in 8 picks helps us. What if the Patriots jump up for Levis? But if you're the Chicago GM, Ryan Poles, how ecstatic do you have to be right now? The top D lineman is on the board. You had the number 1 pick, and everyone thought that was the pick.
It's true. Was I frozen there for a second?
You're a little behind. You're talking, and then try leaving and coming back in here. Try talking now.
Better now?
No, I'm hearing you before I see you. Maybe close StreamYard, come back in. Sometimes StreamYard will do that.
Yeah.
All right, you're back. You're lined up.
Oh,
say something.
Good.
No, it was, and then it glitched. Try closing out StreamYard and come back into it. Sometimes that happens. Hearing that the Eagles have traded up. The Eagles have traded up and are on the clock. Wow. They're gonna get Jalen Carter. They're building the Georgia defense, my favorite team, with Nakobe Dean, Jalen Carter, and Jordan Davis. Jesus Christ. I hate everything about Philly.
Oh, you do? Wow.
Wow.
It's got to be Carter, though. It's got to be Carter, though.
It is. Wow. Matthews. Then the Pats draft the bust. Maybe the Bears keep trading back, right? Maybe they just don't like the value here. I'm curious to see what the compensation was for it. If anyone sees the compensation, let us know. Oh, full details. Hold on.
Son of a bitch.
What?
Who did the Bears just get?
No, the Bears traded back. Eagles are on the clock.
Okay, they just got Carter.
Yeah, it had to be. And
that's scary as hell. Damn.
Wow. Well, you knew Carter was going to go, right?
Yeah, but I thought
Yeah, remember, they lost Hargrave, who signed a 4-year, $84 million to the 49ers.
Right.
The issue with the Eagles has been that they played a very soft schedule last year. That entire division did. And then when they got in the Super Bowl and they played against a real quality team, they couldn't get anywhere near the quarterback with 0 sacks.
Right.
So the fact that you have what's a strength, you lost the piece, and then you go and get potentially the best D lineman in the draft and add to it after playing in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very, very great move. And I hate everything about Philly. I'm a Jet fan. I grew up hating the Colts, Dolphins, Patriots, and Bills back when, I don't know if you're old enough for this, but there was 5 teams in the AFC East at one point before the realignment 20 years ago. And when we grew up, when I was a kid, in the 80s, the Giants, you didn't have satellite TV. You watched the Jets at 1, the Giants at 4. That's how it was every week. They never played at the same time. You hated the Cowboys, the Redskins, the Eagles, and the Cardinals, who were in St. Louis,
right,
at the time. And
at the time, yeah.
you hated them just as equally. So, I mean, I don't like Philly fans. I was just in South Jersey for a little while and did not get along with a lot of them. I was like, you know what? I hope you win another Super Bowl and your whole entire fan base gets ridded from the face of the earth because you all fall through the top of a bus stop together and collectively pass away. This I don't get, though. Here's the compensation. Eagles move up one spot for a 4th-round pick next year, which tells me that the Bears were okay with their pick or the position with 2 guys at that position. Huh.
This is crazy. Wow. It's like I hate Kansas City. I'm in Missouri, you know. I hate everything to do with Kansas City, so I totally get it.
So let's project here. Bears are up. I think you're okay with Skoronski or Jones. That's why you were okay moving back a pick.
Mm.
So that even if the Eagles wanted a lineman,
True.
even if they wanted an offensive lineman, the Bears, you're okay with it, right? Like the year the Jets moved up for Darnold to number 3, the rumors were that they had 3 quarterbacks that they were okay with. So they didn't have to go to 1 or 2. They went to 3. My man. He's a locksmith, ladies and gentlemen. He's a locksmith.
I need to go break into a truck.
Had to didn't want everyone to see my fart face, so I had to stop the mic and the camera. Hey man, when you're doing a live show and everyone can hear and see everything you do, if I mute it, I didn't want you to see this. Like the lean and the face.
Dude, I'll just be like, this is my fart face when I do
That's because you're married and you're trying to not look suspicious. I mean, I just I roll the eyes, I let it go. I think so, GBH. I really, really do. I think it's Broderick Jones or Skoronski would be the pick here if I'm making the pick. Northwestern is in Illinois. It's in Chicago, Northwestern.
Yes.
Yeah, right. The Lions drafted him out of Michigan. We had a massive rainstorm. My buddy Pedro, my good friend Pedro. Massive storm. You guys about 5 minutes ahead on my TV. Oh man, that's awesome. I get to bring the draft to you then. It's my good buddy, one of my best friends, if not my best friend. He moved down to Florida and left town. Jerk.
Hey, yeah, good for him. Good for him to move to Florida, though.
Wow. The pick is in. If you don't want to hear it, mute it. The Bears have selected Darnell Wright from Tennessee.
No fucking way.
Jones and Skoronski are still there.
Unbelievable.
That's good for us, though.
Oh, man, dude, I want Skoronski. It's my guy. I want him.
I mean, if he's there, you move AVT to tackle, right?
Yes. Yes. We're on the same page, Nick. We're on the same page.
Like, I know they said they want him to be a guard. You take the best 5 guys and put them on the field.
Exactly.
If it's AVT, or you put Skoronski at a tackle, and then you got him and Becton a tackle with Brown and Mitchell backing up. You let it play out, and whoever wins, wins. There's no favoritism. There's no this. Aaron Rodgers and Hackett, who's a veteran mind, are not going to play to who you picked. They're going to play to who plays the best.
The Jets weren't in with GVH. Jets weren't in with Wright. There was a thing that circled around that they did not want Wright because of his weight issues. They liked Paris Johnson, Broderick Jones, and Skoronski better. I mean, I liked another guy.
Yeah.
For his name.
Well, let me get this comment. Matthew, right is considered a right tackle, which just is beautiful play on words there. So if they have their need at right tackle, you're not going to take Jones and force him to play out of position. You're going to take the right tackle to play right tackle. And in the NFL and with a running quarterback who can escape from any side, it's just as important. And nowadays you've got Hutchinson lining up on that side. You got TJ Watt who lines up on that side, Nick Bosa. You're getting double-edged edge rushers on each side. So the days of your right tackle being your run blocker, because that's what it was for years with me growing up, your left tackle protected the backside, and the only time you drafted a right tackle who was a very good pass blocker is when you had a lefty quarterback.
Right.
We are pulling up on the Titans at 11, who stay still and could have Will Levis fall into their lap.
Who the Bears get? Do you know what the Bears got?
We just said it. Darnell Wright.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Shit.
I'm
I
sorry.
thought about the Titans. I thought about the Titans. My bad. Do we know anything with that yet?
Nothing yet.
I'm still behind.
I mean, that's to me is pretty shocking in itself. Oh, and Pedro, if you're still watching, Anthony was in. Anthony just had his dinner delivered. He was going to eat, and then he's going to hop back in. I think Blewett liked Wright over Jones. I hear you. I'm saying Blewett from chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's wild to me that the Titans were calling up for number 3. All the rumors were they were calling up for a quarterback at number 3.
Right.
And now they stayed home at 11. You know, DJ Reed said it in a tweet earlier. Patience pays off, right?
It's true. I agree with you. Oh man, this night is that's not over. There's going to be all kinds of flips.
This is where it gets really interesting for the Jets, right? We knew the top 10. The order's a little off.
We knew it was going to be crazy for them right now.
You know,
I mean, shoot, Sauce Gardner fell to us. Garrett Wilson fell to us. We went up and got JJ2. We went up to go get Breece Hall. Man, I'm just saying, anything's possible. I feel like if Skronsky doesn't get to us, maybe move up for him or just let him fall.
Yeah. I'm going to wait for this pick to get announced. And then I got to run upstairs and pee real quick. All right, so Titans are on the clock. I'm going to give you controls. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to run upstairs and use the bathroom, and I'll be back.
Alrighty. Oh, crazy times. What does everyone in the chat want? What are the Jets? What do you think the Jets want? Connor Hughes, I would keep an eye on the Titans and Patriots as 2 other teams could go with an offensive lineman stealing the final 2 tackles before the Jets. Wonder if that could push the New York Jets to a wideout. I can see that too. I would go to defensive tackle, but it's hard. Everyone keeps saying the Eagles have already won the draft. I don't think so yet, but that's such a steal, though. Oh my goodness. God, Carter going, damn. Oh. That's just gonna be sick. Right going. That surprises me with Wright that he went to the Bears. What we thinking? Tennessee? We thinking Levis? That's crazy. Yes.
All right. Darnell, right? Hey, Matthias. So, any news on Titans yet? I mean, they got to take Levis, right? I know
no. Shit.
Oh, boy. I got 2 words. Is it a tough Polish name to say? Yeah. I could tell by your reaction. All right. I think we have to start ruling out.
Yeah.
I think we have to start ruling out offensive line. I think it's going to be Cansey.
Yeah.
Or pray to God, Nolan Smith.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't see Joe trading up. I think our line is better than a lot of people think, and here's why. Becton was hurt.
Would you get Broderick Jones? Would you get Broderick Jones?
If Jones is there, yeah.
Sorry, go on. I was interrupting you.
That's all right. Wow. All right.
Oh my God.
So let's go through the line. Becton missed all of last year.
Right.
AVT missed 3/4 of last year.
Right.
Brown was serviceable when he played. He played with a torn pec. Yeah. He did well. Wasn't elite. He was good enough. Fant is gone. Mitchell was good when he started. So we have Becton, Brown, Mitchell for tackles right now. We have AVT and Tomlinson. We got McGovern back. I'm okay waiting for round 2 and drafting the center. Like, if you give me Cansey on the D-line and you give me Whippler or Tittman as center in round 2 and solidify the center, the middle of the field on both sides of the ball, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I like Whippler a lot. I like Whippler a lot.
Yeah. We can go get, like, the kid from Old Dominion or Syracuse in round 4. You know, we can get a tackle in 4. We found Max Mitchell last year in round 4. No one expected him to start, but when he was forced to, the kid did well.
Very well.
That's part of the art of the draft. You don't need 5 round 1 guys on the offensive line. You don't need it. You find guys like Kelsey in round 6.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always need to draft number 1. And if the line is healthy, and let me add this nugget. Aaron Rodgers will make the line better because he's not a young, dumb quarterback who holds the fucking ball for 3, 4, 5 seconds. He gets the ball out. It makes the line better. There will be play action threat of pass and run. The line. Did anyone bitch about the line when Breece Hall was on a 5-game touchdown streak? No. We were winning games.
A little, but not. But I understand what you mean.
It wasn't a cry from the hills like you're seeing now.
Yeah, but it was only about Lakin, though. It was only about Lakin, though.
Correct. And you can have a weak link on the line. Not everyone's going to put out a line like Philly put out last year.
I agree.
Not everyone's going to put out a line like the Jets did in 09 and 10. That's rare that you see lines get together and stay healthy and be that fantastic. With Woody and McKenzie,
I mean, we just
and Ferguson.
We're always very, very unlucky with O-line. Always. So it's just there's always going to be injuries there. So I like what Douglas has done getting people and getting backups, but you are right.
Agreed.
When Breece Hall was there, it was only Lakin they were talking about.
Agreed. And that's fine, right? Like you're gonna
agree. That's fine. I agree.
When you have serviceable players around them, and I'm telling you, Rodgers will make better protection calls. Rodgers. I want to turn down my phone because I opened up full screen here now. I muted the text group on DM with the Twitter group with those guys.
Mm.
He might be able to make it there. Lions at 12, though, they could have traded back to take the receiver. If you got JSN, you got Williams coming back in week 6, and you got St. Brown, that's a hell of a wide receiver core for I got a good offensive line. You have another pick at 18. Take the best player available. If Detroit thinks it's who did the Titans took Skoronski, so the Lions are on the clock. I don't think they're not taking Jones. They got 2 tackles, right?
No,
they just took
they're not taking.
They're not taking that.
I'm interested to see what New England and Green Bay do.
Yeah, like the Lions here. If the Lions take Christian Gonzalez, the corner, or did he go yet? Did he go to Atlanta?
No.
Atlanta to Robinson.
Robinson, right,
Okay.
right.
I'm going off the top of my head because I don't have anything up in front of me. So the Lions could take the best corner on the board. They could take Gonzalez, which then leaves us a very good chance of landing JSN or Broderick Jones. We would have 2 picks left with those 2 guys there. So it's getting intense here. GVH, and that's exactly I see Dark Soldier agreed. They might start coming off the board now. I mean, it would be great if Gonzalez went here, the pick at cornerback. It's another chip in our favor, right? We're 1 closer to getting home.
I agree.
But this Lions pick is big. If JSN goes here, I think Jones definitely goes to the Patriots. You want to get to the Patriots with Jones and JSN available.
You want JSN?
If Jones is gone, yes. If JSN is gone, take Jones.
And if they're both gone?
I'm okay with Jones. I don't want to reach for Harrison. Wow. Holy shit, the Lions did a shocker.
What?
The Lions have selected the running back Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama at number 12. Nicky Skoronski just went to the Titans, buddy. Burrows made things happen with less than stellar. You bring a good point. It's a huge, huge difference. And no one's factored that in, that we have one of, if not the smartest quarterback of all time. It's going to be a huge, huge thing. They're going to have their protections down. They're going to have the checks at the line. We're going to be a smarter line. We have Breece Hall with Aaron Rodgers with play action. Jesus Christ. Like, no one's factoring in that the line is going to be better because the quarterback's going to get the ball out on time.
Where are you seeing Gibbs? I'm not finding Gibbs.
Connor Hughes tweeted it.
Oh, shit.
I muted the DM, but I didn't mute.
Wow.
So 2 picks. So right now, I'm okay. With my 3, I do not want to see Nolan Smith on a Bill Belichick defense. I don't.
Yeah, he's nasty.
I don't want to see Jalen and Nolan Smith together.
He's nasty. I love Nolan Smith.
Right? GVH, great point. Aaron had to deal with not the best line play. Correct. But that's where your checks and your knowledge as a quarterback, you know where to go with the ball immediately. You check to the fade to Lazard up the sideline if the safety creeps up.
Well, Skoronski's dad played for the Steelers, I think. Green Bay. Sorry. Damn, big boy.
Dude, what if the Pats take Levis? What if they take the quarterback? Because everything you've heard out of there is they don't like.
Yeah, and I keep hearing Willis. They don't like Willis either. Man, I just don't. You got Smith in my head now, Nick. You got Smith in my head now.
At this point, who are your top 3 picks? Are you saying the top 3 for the Jets that we're looking at, or the selections that have been made already? GVH. Just clarify. I don't want to answer it the wrong way. I'm not sure. At this point in the draft, I think he's meaning the 3 best picks so far. Right now, for us, or the 3 best picks that have been made. I'm still not of the picks left. My order right now is Broderick Jones, JSN, wide receiver, and Kalijah Kancey, with fingers crossed sleeper of Nolan Smith from Georgia. I just think that speed.
Nolan.
You saw my post today in my Facebook group, Proud New York Jets fans. Salah's quote rings in my head: "Speed creates pressure. Pressure bursts pipes." When you're going after Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, if you have a guy like Nolan Smith and Huff and Quinnen and JFM and Clemens and JJ and the guy we took from was it Jefferson we signed from Seattle, the D lineman?
Yes, that's correct.
You have those guys rotating and going in one after another. Your secondary is just so much better off, right?
Jefferson's a stud. He's going to do great things. I agree with you. Oh, I'm so behind.
2 running backs in the top 12. Wow.
That's crazy. Who is Green Bay going to pick?
Oh, Rich Cimini with I love Rich with his Nuggets. I know people do not like Rich. I love Rich because Rich
You
comes
like
out
Rich?
with tweets like this. Rich Cimini. He comes out with a tweet like this and says, the Lions has drafted a running back, the highest drafted running back in Lions history since
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders. Like, it's cool nuggets that Rich get. Rich is like a football historian.
Mhm.
And everyone's like, oh, he's so negative. Well, we've sucked for 12, 13 years. What the fuck do you want him to do? Sugarcoat shit? People need to hear what it is. When we're good, he loves doing his first stints. His first time we make the playoffs since. First quarterback with 3,500 yards since. He loves those. I love it because it keeps names from the past and your team history fresh in your head while also reminding you, hey, you're going into uncharted territory. You haven't been here. But on the flip side, when we're bad, he's like, this is the worst Jets team since then. This is the worst percentage since then. He will give you what you are. And some people don't like to accept that.
Agreed.
So we're getting close here. 2 picks before us. I don't think there's any way we trade back up. Last year, I was at the kids draft, and we took. I'm sure you've heard the story. I don't know if I told you, but
Yeah.
We took Gardner, and I was very adamant about wanting Thibodeau. And when Gardner got picked, I was very cool, calm. I didn't react. And the kids are like, "Daddy, what's wrong? You don't like it?" I go, I'm not against it. I want to see what else we do. And then at 10, I thought Jermaine Johnson was in the conversation. Oh, the Packers have selected Van Ness.
Whoa! Yeah, Connor. What?
Nailed the Packer pick in my mock.
What? Oh my God.
Hey, what's the anyone got a Devils Rangers? Oh, after I tell my story. So we drafted Garrett Wilson. I liked it. I wasn't against it. And then I was at the kid's house and it's getting 10:30, and we're getting into the mid-20s. And I predicted in my mock draft last year that the Jets would trade up to number 26 with the Titans, which they did. But I had them going up for Nakobe Dean. And when Jermaine Johnson fell, I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's got to be JJ. It's got to be JJ. And when we got the combination of the edge with the corner, that's when I erupted. Right, Nikki? You remember that. You better remember that.
Devils are up 3-0 in the third period with like 13:25 to go. I know Dark Soldier said something too, but if they win, then they'll be up 3-2. You a hockey fan?
I'm a New Jersey fan. If this, I'll root for the Devils when they're in. Like I don't watch hockey at all. All right, the Patriots are on the clock. How about this? The Patriots take Levis, and now we have our choice of Jones or JSN.
I don't even want Jones now. I'm all in on Nolan Smith and JSN.
I talked you into no line.
Yeah, well, I always did like Smith. I just didn't think he would fall to us like that. I can't believe the Packers. Wow. Wow. GVA.
Very, very curious what we do.
GVH.
Watch them trade back. This is like the Jets would just trade back.
I'm getting that feeling. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's either gonna be JSN, Nolan Smith, or trade back. I don't think Broderick's gonna be there. Broderick Jones is gonna be there. I think he's gonna be gone. I don't even know if I want him. Honestly, I don't know if I want him. To be fair.
Watch us trade back. Like I'm convinced.
I'm okay with it.
So the Packers take Lucas Van Ness. I actually nailed that pick. And then in my mock today that I did, I had them taking. I thought that was the right pick. I didn't think they were going wide receiver. They never go wide receiver. They always find guys that fit their scheme in later rounds. If I'm the Jets, Samini just tweeted, if I'm the Jets, I have to seriously consider trading back. Joe Douglas has never traded down in the first round, but there's a first time for everything. So we're just waiting now to find out what the Patriots do, and then we're on the clock. The running backs are gone. Somebody like the Steelers or Lions could come up and go for Gonzalez, the cornerback.
I still like 3 running backs in this draft. Chase Brown, Tucker from Syracuse, and that TCU running back. But get them in like later rounds if you want. But right now, I am all in on Smith and JSN. I don't want Broderick Jones.
Okay.
Something about him that I just don't like. I like Whippler and Tillman better. Even John Michael Schmitz, I like him too. Or trade down. I'm okay with trading down. I'm perfectly okay with it.
Oh. What I called it. Steelers have moved up. Steelers move up. The Steelers are going to take Gonzalez.
Wow. And you're calling all kinds of stuff tonight. Wow.
Did the Steelers jump us to take Broderick Jones?
Say that again.
Did the Steelers jump us to take Broderick Jones?
Not only that, I can't see them go defense. It's or maybe they get JSN.
I can't see them going receiver. They need a line and they need corners.
It's true. Yeah, it's got to be Broderick. Hell, I'm okay with it.
I mean, everyone thinks we're taking line, right?
Oh, line, you mean?
Everyone thinks that we're going O-line, unless you. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Throw some predictions out there. What do you think the Steelers traded up for? And Dark Soldier, as soon as this pick is made, we'll get into that very thoroughly. I think if Jones goes, gun to my head. No, I don't think the Steelers are going. I think it's Gonzalez or Broderick Jones.
True. So Patriots get the 17th pick and 120, and Steelers just get the number 14th pick.
120, so that's a fourth rounder.
So they flipped first rounders.
Flip ones, and then they got a fourth for it.
Right.
Ian Rappaport, the Patriots at 14 select, ... No one. The Steelers are on the clock with the trade. Nikki, I can't. Reed played so well on the outside, and Gonzalez is an outside guy. Reed doesn't translate well on the inside.
I agree.
Or how about this? The Steelers taking Nolan Smith and putting Nolan Smith on the opposite side of the field as TJ Watt. That is my call.
Wow.
That's my call. Matthew, Nikki, listen to your father. How about that? TJ Watt and Nolan Smith on the same pass rush.
How nasty would that be?
What's the pick?
Steelers select Broderick Jones. Steelers. Wow. Broderick Jones is a Steeler. Now everybody wants.
All right, so now we're on the
JSN
clock. Now we're on the clock. I can't see us taking Anton Harrison here. I can't see us. I could see Kancey. I could see Nolan Smith. I could see Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Yeah.
I could see somebody coming up. No, Matthew, he went to Arizona at number 6 when they traded back up.
Right.
Or else there'd be no issue right now. So if we keep the pick, I think this is where Joe slides back.
Do you think so?
If you're the Lions and you want Gonzalez, another cornerback. All right, here we go, everyone. Give me your right. Peter Jones and Johnson are all gone. Yeah. All right. Come on, chat. What's it going to be? Nikki, we know you want Gonzalez. You told us 4 times. Jets are on the clock. I'm going to put audio on for this.
Last year, but Jones to me is the most impressive athlete out in space in this tackle class. His best.
All right. Oh, I don't want to pause. I want to mute. I want to go live, and then I'm going to put the audio on for them. If gotta help Rodgers. I'm asking, who do you want? Dark Soldier. I'll take Kancey. I'll take Nolan Smith. I'll take JSN.
Yeah, I would even take
I'm fine with any of those 3 names. I think with these
too.
linemen gone, I think it's Kancey. I think you put Kancey next to Quinn,
with that.
and you get 2 massive disruptors.
I agree. Or Kincaid. I wouldn't be surprised even with Kincaid.
They're discussing the Steelers pick right now, GVH, but I'm going to pop it on as soon as it looks like Samini tweets, Nolan Smith is intriguing because of his speed, but he's undersized for a 4.3 DH. You make him fucking fit. You find a place for a guy with that talent. Look at what Dallas did with Micah Parsons. He wants to cover. He's one of the best coverage linebackers in the league with his speed. He wants to blitz. He's one of the best pass rushers in the league. Wants to flat out rush. The stunting you could do with bringing him around Quinnen and up the middle with untouched going at a quarterback is fucking scary.
The Steelers' job. That's going to be a big part of it. And you mentioned that division.
All right, that's they're still talking Broderick Jones. I don't have anything yet about the pick being in. I'm waiting for tweets to come in.
I am so just waiting and waiting.
You texted me. Well, would you look at that? Pat's on the clock and both Njigba and Jones available. Who called it? You did call it. You did call, Jimmy. Good call. Asylum Reaper is Jimmy. I gotta get back in here live.
And he was I thought he was probably the most athletic tackle. I thought scrum.
Micah Parsons went to walk off. He's with the guys on Bleacher Report, and when they got Jalen Carter, he went to walk off set. All right. If I have to pick here, I'm picking Cansey. I'm sorry, I did it in order: Cansey, JSN, Nolan Smith, trade. Those are the four options in order of what I would do here. Anybody else? We got 9 people watching. We don't have many guesses in here.
I don't know how Mike Tomlin always does it, but he always gets these winning records.
I just keep refreshing.
Right. It's not. Yeah, he's there, Jimmy. Njigba's there. Italy, what's your pick? Dark Soldier.
I'm going Nolan Smith or Cansey. I can't see us taking a wide receiver here.
So they really are putting a lot of work on this offensive line. What do you think of this guy?
Great pick. I thought it was very aggressive, athletic. That's what you need.
They're still discussing the last pick, but they have the Jets info up.
And they like to get the ball out to their playmakers like Deontay and things like that. So great value pick. I thought it was a really good pick. And, he's going to get better. Even though he might be a little sloppy, he's going to go against Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, Alex Heisman.
Adam Lefko. That's who it is.
Talent. I mean, his division's loaded.
Adam Lefko is the guy.
I mean, he's going to have his hands
running the Bleacher Report thing.
Gotcha. Pat's really messed us up. Now I think it's Cansey and JSN.
Yeah, or we could trade down for a cornerback hungry team.
It's true. No, you're right. Anything could happen. I'm still in.
This week, Aaron Rodgers is joining the team. I have also seen them mock maybe Nolan Smith here. Nolan is.
I would lose my shit.
Jackson Smith and
the stream would be over. My son's watching. I have to be careful what I say, but it would be the happiest I've been with a Jet pick in a long time. I'm a Georgia guy. I don't want to trash talk my son who's watching. He's an Alabama guy. But
I'm an Alabama too. Roll Tide. When we got Quinnen Williams, I went crazy. So I get it.
To be fair, Georgia has rolled the Tide several times in a row.
And to be fair, we're coming back. It'll be fine.
From, I would say a top 10 unit, borderline top 5, who right up there with the Eagles.
I'm going to move the water. I don't want to spill the water on the laptop.
Man, I love the idea of Nolan Smith.
I love
I
it.
think that he is super talented. We still don't know what he is, though. And so when if he's the pick, we're going to get to talk our way through it because of the way that
the Jets are milking the clock. Connor Hughes tweets. I'm just going to keep muting this every so often because YouTube will ding you. I don't want to get booted in the middle of the Jet pick, but YouTube will ding you. Iowan is back. I predicted a hot wide receiver fall 15, and we trade down into the 20s. And we get John Jacob Jingleheimer, Michael Schmidt. He shortened his name, huh?
He did? He did?
There's not a lot of hyphens. New York's key losses: Mike White, Nate Herbig.
Oh, that's funny. I like that.
What could they do?
Guys, just so you know, I'm spoiling it. When I know the pick, we're saying it. So if you want to watch it on TV and react live, I would say mute us now. That's just a spoiler alert. And GVH, I agree. If we're taking this long to make this pick, it very well could be a trade down.
We're already at 153, 151, even less, probably.
So I just think this might be the run.
Chargers. I say Chargers come up from 21 to take Gonzalez to team him with Jackson.
Everyone keeps saying we should take JSN or Cansey.
Christian Gonzalez fall to Washington at 16. I don't think they thought that was even possible. That could happen. I think
I'm tense right now. I'm waiting.
Dude, I'm losing my shit.
Washington, they might run that card. We might be talking about both picks back to back.
I'm also wondering if Jets are trying to field calls. I see Joe Douglas standing up
Yeah.
right there. If he's trying to say, hey, you're trying to get in this Christian Gonzalez, Nolan Smith sweepstakes.
Yeah.
But the Jets are a team.
Did you guys
where
hear that?
Dwayne Brown-
Yeah. I
Lefko
heard
said that he can see the war room with Douglas breaking. Connor Hughes breaking. The Jets selected Will McDonald. That's an edge from Iowa State.
What? What? Wait a minute. What?
At the 15? All right, I'm gonna say this. If that's the pick, if it's
It
Will
is the
McDonald,
It's 100% the pick.
I love McDonald's, so I'll start with that. I'm gonna be positive. And then I'm gonna follow it up with this. Robert Salah and Joe Douglas know what they want to build. Robert Salah and Joe Douglas know the type of players they want on this D line. I'm going to say that I will put my faith in them, that they know what they want. Yeah, remember, Carl Lawson has 1 year left. Huff is on a 1 year deal. If they view him as a guy who can be a multiple down guy and not a third or not a situational player, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Because I trust Douglas and his staff better than my opinions.
Sacks.
All right, here we go.
Record, 10 forced fumbles, 34 career sacks, the most in the
6'3",
history.
239,
Iowa
same
State
size as
program.
Nolan Smith.
The kid didn't play football until his junior year of high school.
35-inch
I'm
arms.
curious, though, Renner, picking him at 15, is this where you thought he might go?
This is not where I thought he might go. I thought he could sneak in. I am 39th on my draft board. I thought he could sneak into the back end of the first round, but he's a unique dude in that he goes to Iowa State. He's playing a lot of 4 and 5 tech head up over tackles, but he's 238
Right.
pounds. You know, he is not that. And at 238 pounds, at 6'5", he's skinny. I mean, he looks like a wide receiver.
I hate
out
my
there,
son.
rushing
You
the
see my
passer.
son's
But
comment?
get off, you
He's
got
14, is
11-foot
already
broads
butthurt
out
about
at
this
the
team. He
combine.
knows
The guy
nothing
is
about pain.
explosive
We
and
go from
playing
one of the
that
best
fucking
drafts to the casual
physical
Jets life.
at that undersized ability. So I think he
It's a
can
very good comment, Nikki.
But it is an absolute.
Here's what I don't get. He's the same size as Nolan Smith.
I'm confused as hell. I just don't know. I don't know what to
didn't like
think.
the pick last year. I didn't like the Gardner pick. I wasn't ecstatic about it. I didn't want that.
I was
So,
ecstatic about it.
I'm
but I understand.
factoring that into my opinion right now, that I wasn't ecstatic last year, and it worked out pretty fucking well.
It did, didn't it?
So, like I said, I'm going to put my faith in that they know something that we don't. We're amateurs at this. We don't have all the film. We don't do the meetings. We don't know.
Wow.
I can't imagine how Greeny and Ryan are reacting. Oh, I'm definitely gonna take a look at that. But I don't want to say I'm disappointed. Am I shocked? Yes, 100% shocked. I thought they got the bendiest player in the draft, one defensive coordinator said. That's from Ian Rappaport. So, I mean, he's 239. You get him up to 248, 250 by the season. You know, you add some muscle on him. Washington has selected Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback. Turn that up.
Wow. The little kid did great.
Yeah, did you see him at the press conference the other day? When they
we need a quarterback.
All right. Let's
So-
get logical thoughts. Let's get logical
I'm
thoughts.
dis-
Like, I'm
I'm
not a
dis-
big fan of like the New York overreacting fan. Guys in the chat,
I'm-
tell me your thoughts. Like, with the 4 offensive linemen gone, I kept saying it could be a D pick. I had Cansey and Van Ness and Nolan Smith as my targets. I'm happy. I'm so used to
He's
it.
the bendiest player in this draft, one defensive coordinator said.
It's like saying he's the swimmiest person in the pool at the local YMCA.
I'm just looking to see what I'm like. What the hell is bendiest?
I'm trying to find positives. Like I said,
Can't
I love
find
McDonald's.
positives.
And Samini tweets a good point. The Jets are now loaded at edge. McDonald, Lawson, JJ, JFM, Huff, and Clemens. Wow. Can never have too many.
Yeah,
passes.
I'm with you, Dark Soldier. I am also indifferent because I do trust JD. So I'm just trying to figure out what they're going to do with Clemens, JJ2, and now Huff. That's what I'm concerned with because I think Huff should continue to be there.
Hey, Nikki, you recognize this guy's comment I just put up on the screen? You recognize this guy, Nikki? I can't imagine. Yeah, I saw that. I'm indifferent because I trust JD. Dark Soldier, that's me. I
Same
did
here.
not want
Same here.
Gardner at
That's what
4.
I just said.
Yeah, I agree, right? Like, we do this shit for fun. This is their job, and they've been very good at it. They've built a good team up. I mean, oh, man. Is Kyle is the kid who made our pick, right? On TV?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes even tweeted, shout out to Kyle for bringing the energy.
Nice.
Nikki,
I
this
love that.
comment on screen. Read the screen. Do you recognize this guy? I'm getting hives right now.
Why are you getting hives?
I'm breaking out. Like I get nervous.
I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. We said it at the same time. This is kind of interesting.
My friend Katie texted. She's like, I'm happy. I'm still used to them going to O-line in the first round. And I don't agree with that. Whoop, whoop. He's a cutie.
I mean, sure.
Devils up 4-0. Look at that. Something good happened in New Jersey today. People are going to say fire JD. You can't say that after last year.
You can't fire
I told everybody that do not think line is a given. When you look at how the 49ers built their defense, they took, here we go.
What just happened? What just happened?
It's so chaos.
They did what Salah and Joe Douglas told us they were going to do. You can never have too many guys who get after the quarterback. I was just saying, and last year, I didn't want Gardner at 4, and it worked out pretty goddamn well. So I'm going to put my faith in them again, that they know more than we do, obviously, right? And I'm trying to find positives because this is the Proud New York Jets fan channel. I try not to put negativity out there with this. Number 1, I love McDonald's.
Yeah, look. I was saying the other day, I love McDonald. My only issue with time I hear his name, you know me. Now I'm going to have to eat a Big Mac. Every time we hear the name Will McDonald, every time he gets a sack,
with
I
hot
have
sauce?
to eat a Big Mac.
Big Mac with hot sauce?
Every time he gets a sack, now I have to eat a Big Mac.
Hey, you see the comment on the screen for you?
Uncle Jeremy. Oh, what's up, Nikki? I love that kid.
Matt, I agree, Matt. They're the same size. Samini tweeted that he's the bendiest player. Oh, Ian Rappaport did. He's the bendiest player in the draft.
Yeah, that's what I said.
When you look at what the 49ers did, I said it for years. This is why I was so convinced that Thibodeau was the pick last year. They drafted Bosa. They drafted Armstead. They drafted Kinlaw. They drafted Solomon Thomas. They drafted another guy who I'm forgetting right now. They drafted D-line after D-line time and time again in round 1. So we all know it. We said it. We were big on Cansey. You know the love affair I have with Nolan Smith. My fear is now that the Patriots move back and get Nolan Smith. And then I got to watch my favorite player be on the team I hate the most. So,
You know what, though?
do we have any word on what Washington did yet, real quick? And then Jeremy,
No, I got nothing.
The pick is in. The pick is in, but nothing yet. I'll just say this.
Go ahead.
If Will McDonald ends up being a Pro Bowl defensive edge, if he's a guy who gets 15 plus sacks, if he gets 9 or 10 his first rookie year and has a great year, and then is a 15 to 20 sack guy and is a stud, none of us are going to complain or care that we didn't take an offensive tackle at 15.
Yeah.
And something that I was saying before, Jeremy,
here we
and
go.
I'll bring. Oh, it's Forbes. It's Forbes. It's the cornerback.
Oh,
They took
okay.
Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State over
surprising.
Joey Porter Jr.
Wow.
Over Gonzalez.
Hey,
Then
guess who
over
the
Joey
Patriots
Porter.
just got?
Don't say Nolan.
No, you're good. Not Nolan.
JSN, the receiver.
Christian Gonzalez.
Okay.
Long.
I would rather that than Nolan Smith teamed up with Judon coming after us. I would as long as he's not a Patriot, I don't care. But Jeremy, something I don't think you and I got into this yet at all on air because we were doing the draft and it was mostly draft stuff. When you look at adding Aaron Rodgers to the team, and guys in the chat, I'm sorry for repeating this. I just want to get Jeremy up to speed with things we've discussed. You got to factor in that having a competent quarterback who's not going to hold the ball for 4 or 5 seconds, knows where to go, knows what defenses do, makes the checks and adjustments with the line, knows the hot routes and the calls if the safety starts creeping up. You didn't get that with Mike White. You didn't get that with Zach Wilson. Aaron Rodgers being the quarterback immediately makes the line better because the ball's going to come out on time. So I don't think we needed offensive line because you got Becton, you got Brown, you got Mitchell, and Joe Douglas, and then they found Mitchell in the 4th or 5th round last year. You can find linemen in the 2nd round. You could take a guy like Mock or Bergeron or the kid from Old Dominion who's got a very difficult name to say. He was on Good Morning Football Wednesday. There's offensive linemen who are just good technicians and solid players, and you can find them in the middle rounds, and you don't need 5 first-rounders on your line. You got Becton for $10 million. You got Tomlinson for 14. You got Vera Tucker for 10. You got Brown for 11. You don't need all of that. Hey, Twisted. Welcome, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Look, I think it's about depth more than anything. I definitely agree. Aaron Rodgers makes the offensive line better. He makes faster decisions. There'll be a lot of jet plays that are very different than they were.
Who's got audio on?
Yeah, I got to shut that off.
Okay, it's okay. If you're listening to Jeff, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I got a job that I'm doing for the other channel. So
I know. How was their reaction? Tell me about their reaction after you're done.
I'll come back on. Let me take care of something.
All right, go ahead. Thank you for popping in.
Hey, Mike. What other channel? What's he doing tonight?
He's doing the panel is on. Ryan Greenbean and O'Leary are on. They do their big for every pick they're on, and he does moderating in the back and then putting on the super chats and the comments and just helping the show flow. Mike, something that a lot of people said was that this was a very, very weak wide receiver class. And with Lazard, with Hardman, with Davis, with Wilson, and I don't know. I like the speed. I like getting after the quarterback. Everyone knows I'm a defensive coach. I'm a defensive guy. I pick D-line all the time in my mock drafts. I just didn't have this guy picked, and I'm okay with it because, like I said, Joe Douglas does this for a living. Joe Douglas is given credit for constructing the D-line that the Philadelphia Eagles won a Super Bowl with. And they got to Brady, and they hit Brady, and they beat him because they could get to him late when it mattered, because they rotated guys, and they kept them fresh. Newsflash, we're going to rotate guys. We're going to keep them fresh. So I know you're going to see – I'm going to brace you, Jet fans. I know exactly what this fan base is going to do. Hey, Vino, welcome. Vino and Twisted, welcome, guys. Good to see you here. Twisted, I'm going to be on tomorrow, too, probably for the second round. Short tomorrow night. If we have a couple people popping in, I think Adam might pop in. Gino, if you're around, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I'll pop in. I'll pop in. I'm
We
popping
have
in.
somebody who's a non-Jet fan, Jay Jones. He's been posting in the man cave and in IOW. So if we got some people on and we're doing some fun discussion, I'll stay on. But we're definitely going to be on. We're going to start at 7:00 tomorrow.
What time's the draft tomorrow? 7?
7 Eastern, so 6 for you. I just don't think the wide receiver class is good enough. I think our wide receiver depth is okay. I think you can find a guy in the middle round. Like I think you could find a receiver in the 4th round. Because I don't think there's no Jamar Chase, there's no Justin Jefferson, there's no Calvin Johnson, there's no Larry Fitzgerald. This class just doesn't have it. This is where you're going to find guys who are scheme fits in the middle round and they find their niche in the NFL. So I don't think receiver was great. Everyone thought JSN. And then some people didn't like JSN because they said the only reason he did good 2 years ago is because he had Olave and Garrett Wilson on the field with him and nobody paid attention to him. So
right.
There's that aspect of it. Give me a sec. Let me get this comment up. I want to read it. Twisted says, Nick, I believe Woody's hand in getting AR early and giving up picks cost us this. Pat screwing us, giving the Steelers our OT. I think our line is okay. I do. I know that sounds weird. We were injured last year. You got to remember, Becton and AVT, arguably our best 2 linemen, weren't there. Brown played with a torn pec or rotator cuff, whatever it was last year. So I think a healthy line is good, and I think you can draft a center in round 2. You can end up with Whippler, Tittman, or Schmitz. With McGovern only signing a $1 million deal, he's not guaranteed to play. He could be a security blanket in case the center gets injured. Now, when you draft a Big Ten center, you're drafting an NFL veteran. You think we might have been able to move back, still get McDonald, and maybe grab an O-line too? Yes. Yes, I totally do. I mean, who's the other picks, right? So far, it's been Forbes, and now the Lions are on. Who did the Patriots take at 17?
Christian Gonzalez.
Okay,
Oregon.
that's right. I'm sorry, my head is spinning trying to.
I'm doing graph stuff too right now.
Okay.
Wait, Lions are taking Jack Campbell.
Wow, that's early. I like it though. On their defense, he's a thumper. He's a old school Brian Urlacher, like middle linebacker type. 10 years ago, he's a top 10 pick. 15 years ago, he's a top 10 pick.
Yeah, Jack Campbell is a Lion. Wow.
I'm okay with it. I am, because I love edge rushers. I love them. You can't have enough. Guys get hurt. Guys get hamstrings. Guys get foot issues. Guys get rolled up on. To be a team that can just put pick after pick out. Gotta remember too, if JJ and Clemens elevate themselves in year 2, like pass rushers do, our line is improving already there. And now you're adding another rookie to it because you're not going to have Lawson and probably JFM on the team in 2 years. So you got McDonald, JJ, Huff's got a 1-year deal, $4 million. He might not be here long term. You got to get cheaper on the D line. Quinnen's about to get paid really well. So there's a lot to it. Listen, Matt, I'm a Georgia guy. I would have taken Nolan. That's me. But they say he's a different type of player. They say he's very bendy around the edge. That's a speed. Right. You have him and Huff coming together.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a good dynamic
duo. A lot of speed still. It's a lot of speed, which I'm a fan of, right? Like,
I'm a fan of speed. I'm not. You know what? I know my co-host is not happy right now, but for everything in my J Liam. But for me, he wasn't on my board. Like, he's a good player, and I'm a fan of him, but he wasn't the guy I would take right now. But I am trusting Joe Douglas. He's got it under control. I'm just going to trust it and just see what happens, even though I would have went with 3 other guys before this. But, hey, they, like you said, bendy. He's very bendy. So
And that's what
I'm
they
just-
look for, right?
exactly. That's what they look
You
for.
know,
So
He's not the top
I'm
5
trusting it.
edge off the board. Like,
I'm
usually
trusting
you
it.
hear that about those guys that are at the top of the board. But I think Salah being the guy in San Francisco and what JD did building that Eagles D-line,
Agreed.
I'm okay with it. Right? A lot of us like the Vernon Golston pick, and that was dog shit. You know, there's picks that we like and they end up being great. There's picks that we love and end up being dog shit. Like, it goes both ways. So
let's hope it doesn't go
I'm
dog shit.
okay. Then. I'm okay. That's it. If you're doing the how's Nick doing, because that's what everyone always get the text. I'm okay with this. I don't want to. And there's people that do the overreaction to have the reaction video, and that's not me. Like, I'll be honest, if it was Nolan Smith being a Georgia guy and watching a Georgia guy come to the Jets, you probably would have got that big reaction from me. But it is what it is. You know, we did well last year. I'm always better when I get to see your name and your comments pop up, Iowan. Last year's draft spoiled us. Yeah, how many times do you have 2 top 10 picks? I mean, last year you had both the Jets and the Giants having it, so it was a double New York. But we're not going to be down there anymore. We're not going to be in that bottom. So you're going to have to. T.J. Watt was taken in the 20s. What if this guy ends up being a T.J. Watt? We're all going to be going ecstatic. It's going to be the most popular jersey in the stands. I'm going to dress up like Ronald McDonald every game I go to, for crying out loud, if he ends up being T.J. Watt.
Connor Hughes and Will McDonald, the Jets see a player with tremendous bend. His arm length gives him chance to really develop into a great takeaway fumble forcer around edge. Good fit and solid attacking front. Concern is that he needs to add some bulk. And I agree with it.
Almost word for word what I said, right?
Exactly. That's what I was like. After I said, I was like, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. You
bulk him up. You get him on the weight plan. You get him playing about between 246 and 250 this year. You know, you get him adding muscle to the legs. You get the upper body strength, and you develop the kid. There's no pressure on him. He's not a top 5 pick. Micah Parsons says he sees great tangibles in Will McDonald. So coming from somebody with speed who plays that position, that's pretty good. What do you know about this lightweight fast pick? I don't know much about him, to be honest, because I didn't have us taking edge in round 2. So I thought this guy was a round 2 pick. I didn't do much homework on him. I've seen his highlights. But like I said, man, I know I'm repeating myself here, but I don't have much on him. I'm sorry I can't give you guys more.
This was just not.
I mean, by tomorrow's show, when we come on at 7, I'll open up with more about the kid. But I'm sure we'll all know about him by then. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. He wasn't in my top 5 or 10, but hey, you know what? If this is what they want, it's what they want. I'm not going to question them.
Wow. The kid who announced the Jet pick is obviously liked more than the pick.
I just saw that, yeah.
Did they give him a Happy Meal when he made the pick for picking McDonald?
No, he's going to jump over cars. Evidently, Will McDonald has been trending for a while because he jumps a lot. He jumping hoops. He jumps over cars. He's jumping on walls.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I got another tweet from Connor. In my opinion, everyone knew how much the Jets wanted OT. That meant any team that wanted OT knew they had to jump the Jets to get one. Pitt did. 2, the trade back from 13 to 15 cost them an OT.
That's true.
But who's saying that Pittsburgh wouldn't have jumped us to 13, right?
That's true, too. That's exactly what I was going to say, too.
Sorry.
Exactly.
3 is lack of talent in draft. Why couldn't trade back? Need team to want to come up. No one did. So Douglas did try to trade back.
Right. Say that again. You try to do what?
Lack of talent in the draft is why I couldn't trade back. Need a team to want to come up. No one did. So Douglas was making calls to see if he wanted to, if somebody wanted to come up. But eventually, you just make the pick, and that's the highest player on Joe's board. That's the highest player on Joe's board, and I think he has a pretty good track record the last year. So you got to give him this one. You can't critique it today. Bucks at 19, select Kalijah Cansey.
Buxton? Damn. Wow.
You talk for a minute. Whatever's on your mind. I want to mute this and watch the kid make the pick. Or I'll play it for everybody. Give me a sec.
Yeah, let's just play it for everybody.
For those of you who haven't seen it, we had a Make-A-Wish kid make the pick.
Thank you, Mr. Goodell. I'd also like to thank the NFL, the New York Jets, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northeastern New York for giving me this opportunity tonight. Yeah!
Love it.
Let's get it. With the 15th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Jets
Love it.
select Will McDonald, linebacker, Iowa State. Let's go! Yeah!
Good for him.
Right. Good for him.
Good for
I love
him.
it. I love that. I love.
If
when
I was
stuff
allowed to
happens
make
like
a
that.
wish, I would have him. My wish would be for him to make every Jet pick. That was pretty cool for the kid. Good for him. I get teary-eyed with shit like that, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, when I see the
Yeah.
Make-A-Wish kids get their wish,
Me too.
that's like a sweet spot in my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm with you.
Hey, Roger, welcome to the chat.
I get emotional. I get emotional with when soldiers come home.
Yeah,
watching those
videos.
those really get me.
Yep. Does he lose speed? What he is? Well, that's the fine line, right? You're not adding 25 pounds. You got to add enough where they think he still has his bend. You don't want him to be too big, but you gotta. I would think they want him to bulk up. That's my thoughts. Hopefully, he ends up being Watt and not Copels. Oh, Vino. You bastard, Vino. It's been so good, Vino. And now,
hey, dude, not anymore. Not
round.
anymore.
No, Nikki, I don't. We don't have a 3. We don't have a lot of picks. If anything, I see us moving back tomorrow. I don't. I see us taking the pick in the second round, and right now I would say center. But we don't know what's going to be. We're going to have to reassess.
That's funny,
tomorrow.
Roger. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm getting around there.
Darren Lee 2.0.
I like to jump over cars. Will McDonald. Joe shit the bed. Hey, Roger, I don't think I've seen you here before. If I'm wrong, welcome back. If not, I hope you subscribe. And welcome, man. Hope you have fun. No way they trade up for another first-round pick. The talent isn't. Yeah. My son got spoiled last year. I wish he didn't make the pick. Okay, Roger, that's a good comment. You had no problem with him making the pick. You had the problem with the pick they made.
Right.
The kid was good. The words weren't.
Right.
We have to trust in JD. This pick has some ridiculous stats. He does. And he played in the Big Ten, and the Big Ten is known for having some good offensive linemen.
Yes.
So the fact that he got those stats in the Big Ten. Darren Lee. Oh, Roger. I would get, it's my buddy Pedro. I would get teary-eyed too, letting that poor kid pick a scrub. Oh my God, I hope your power goes back out, Pedro. I hope your power goes back out. Oh, you SOB. Give Maggie a hug and tell the boys I said hello. But I hope your phone battery dies or something. Jerk. Dino Vinorama, what's shaking, bud? I didn't see you here because I just got back from unlocking a truck. Hey, man, the locksmith life is the hard knock life. I'm new, been a Jet fan for 55 years. God bless you. Season ticket holder for 25 through 3 stadiums. So did Jeff Lageman. Nice, Roger. Welcome, man. If you're on Facebook, you can search Proud New York Jets fans. We have a Facebook page on there. And obviously here, if you're on Twitter, I have the Proud NYJ fans on Twitter. And looking forward to, man. We do some fun things. The regularly scheduled show is 8 to 10 on Fridays. Tomorrow I'm going to be back on at 7 for the draft. And we have some fun. I might do some pop-up shows. This is a fun time of year. I got a producer, so we're going to have a new branding. We're going to have an opening video. We're going to have some good production during the show. The whole layout's going to change. So it'll look totally different. I wasn't sure if he has plans or not tomorrow night. He said it was up in the air, but tomorrow's supposed to be his first night producing the show. We're going to have some shorts popping up that I'll be releasing to Twitter and on YouTube. So if you sign up for alerts, you'll get all the videos, and we have a good time in here. We'll talk football, we talk life, we talk about a whole bunch of different things. We make jokes. We got a good cast of characters that come in and join the show, as well as me hopping on their shows. So I think you'll enjoy it. We have a good time. We'll call out the Jets on their bullshit, and then we'll have some good discussions. I like to do things called The List. Whenever I have guests coming on for like a regular show, I'll send out a message with the list, like top 5 favorite players in Jets history, top 5 favorite games, and we'll reveal our list, and then the guys in the chat do as well. So I try to do things different because I think you see a lot of the same stuff out there. So I've always tried to be unique, but we'll have some fun. Thank you. Yeah, Pedro, there you go. Give me 1 second. Nikki's calling to say goodnight. Go ahead, Gino, take the floor. Update the draft and what's going on.
Shit. There we go. Oh, so much comments. All right. Everyone thinks the rumor that Lawson is going to be cut now. I don't think that's the case, but you never know when it comes to the Jets. Kansas is with the Buccaneers. Seattle is on the clock with 1 minute and 3 seconds left. Oh, never mind. No, wait. No, Seattle's back on the clock. Unless I'm like 2 minutes fast, so let me know if I'm got that wrong.
All right, sorry, I just had to. Nikki called to say goodnight.
You're good. Buccaneers select Kansas, so Kansas with him. Will McDonald, he said, wasn't a Packers fan growing up in Wisconsin, but he was an Aaron Rodgers fan, according to Will McDonald.
Thanks, Roger. I appreciate that. I have 2 Great Danes, Flacco and Revis. Oh, that's awesome. How long have you had them? Did you just name them that after finding out about the Hall of Fame, or did you have them name that and coincidentally they both made the Hall of Fame together? Oh, man, I can't wait to hear that answer. Trade Quinn out. Matthews, stop. The Seahawks are taking Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Whoa.
With Lockett, with Kenneth Walker in the backfield, with Metcalf. That's nice.
Good for them. Wow, that's crazy.
We drafted Bryce Huff's replacement. And Lawson, right? They're both on 1-year deals right now.
Yeah.
As you see, I'm not ecstatic about the pick. I hope this guy makes us all go buy his jersey. I'm not a jersey guy. I think you know that, Twisted. You've been in enough of the chats of shows that I've been on and mine to know I'm not a jersey guy. Well, I'm a jersey guy. I just don't wear jerseys.
Yeah, I was going to say you're a guy because you live. Right.
I know. I was waiting for Iowan to be the wise ass and say something. But we all want the next superstar, right? Like I said earlier, the positive I could put on this is that TJ Watt was taken, I think, number 26. Ed Reed was taken in the 20s. You don't have to be a top 5 pick to be a superstar in this league. You know, yeah, Myles Garrett went number 1. Nick Bosa went number 2. Quinnen Williams went number 3. Sure, you hit on those guys. They have a better success right there. But there's always guys throughout the draft that hit. And you just hope with the scheme that we have, they did the work. and it works out. That's what I'm saying now in the chat with all of the other guys. Whoa. You know what? If I'm going to go on YouTube, I'm going to mute you for 5 minutes.
Wait, what?
It just said the Seahawks are back on the clock. Oh no, that was a late tweet coming in.
No.
It was a late tweet from Rappaport. The Seahawks are back on the clock for their second pick.
For real?
I didn't see the rest of the tweet. Oh my God, Vino, stop the negativity in here. Show me one package that says Taylor Ham. You won't find it. Ellis Mater and Baxter, Brad Baxter. I had big
Chargers are now on the clock.
Oh my God, the negativity here. The negativity. I'm trying to be positive about the pick, and I had this negative Taylor Ham bullshit going on.
Welcome to content creation.
Yeah. Roger.
It's true.
Did you have the Danes, Klecko, and Revis before they were announced for the Hall of Fame? I think he's saying no. Did you name them since? I'm just saying that's a really cool combo. If you had them, Klecko and Revis, and then they both went into the Hall of Fame together, that's a sign from God that you named them the right names, man. That's awesome. All right, now Rich Cimini has a different report. Sounds like the Jets were getting some trade interest for the pick, but Douglas decided McDonald was too good to pass up. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. And then here's the other joke. It says TM for trademark when it's soft, and when it expands, it says Taylor Ham. Way to go, Iowa. I got you. I see what you did there. Jets are better off picking doctors than psych. You're not kidding, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm a psychiatrist for Jets fans because even years, oh man, that sucks.
Great pick for Seattle, though. Honestly.
Cimini retweets, McDonald will have to work on run defense, learning power and leverage. Persila, not concerned about that. My buddy sent me something about
man. What did he send you?
Lucas Van Ness. It looks like his girlfriend and sister are like blonde twin carbon copies of one another.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It looks like the sister had gotten up to hug the dad, and then like the girlfriend slid over. So my buddy's like, "What the hell's going on out here in the Midwest? Does he have two girlfriends that are like twins?" That's what I'm taking of it. He's like, "I have so many questions about this." Okay, Cimini, Douglas on whether they needed an offensive lineman. Douglas said we're not going to force anything. Meaning that what? We didn't value Harrison as the tackle there. All right.
I trust him. See what happens.
Listen,
you know?
So
Ooh.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
with
but
it.
hey, if I'm Geno Smith though, just saying, for JSN, I'd be happy right now. Just saying.
Say that again.
If I'm Geno Smith, I would be happy.
Yeah. Lockett can't play forever, right? He's on the wrong side of 30, I believe. That's a good replacement for Lockett, and then he gets to learn from Lockett.
Right.
Oh, here you go. Douglas says one of the first congratulatory texts he received was from Brees Hall, who, like McDonald, was an Iowa State product.
Oh, cool. I forgot about that. Man, my leg is falling asleep.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna call it a night now. I got a couple things I got to do. I don't think we're gonna trade up. I mean,
I don't think so.
we don't have the capital. Hey, Doug.
I give the Jets a B.
Let me catch up in the chat real quick, and then I'll do another pick or two. Reeves 10 years and Klecko is 6. That's pretty awesome that you have the two dogs 4 years apart, and you named them that, and they're both going into the Hall of Fame together this summer. That's really cool.
Whoa! Hold up. Chargers just picked up Quentin Johnston.
Wide
from
receiver.
TCU.
Yeah. That's a
I
nice over
you-
Zay Flowers. Oh, wow. Baltimore's going to get Zay Flowers.
That's exactly what I was going to say next, because I think they're saying Johnson might be like another Mike Williams. It's kind of like similar to Mike Williams in a way. Wow. Zay Flowers could go to the Ravens.
You got Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and Quentin Johnson. That's a big trio to cover.
Agreed. I couldn't agree more. That is interesting. They're playing the Mets theme song for that closer. The Diaz closer, they're playing that for this
who?
Chargers pick. For this Chargers pick for Quentin Johnston.
I think we reached for McDonald. Oh, let me trust you. Agreed. Lazard is an Iowa State product too. Correct, but they weren't there together.
No, they were not there together.
Harrison equals Vlad DeCoste. We played mostly linebacker in college, so it might be a Quan replacement down the line. That would be interesting. But if he's bad, if they're saying there's bendability, Doug, I don't. Coincidence that you have a D sitting there. Is that your grade or just your first initial? I can't tell. All right.
What would you get?
I've been so positive. I don't grade. We don't know today, right? Vernon Golston got B's. Vernon Golston was the ultimate F. Quentin Copel's got A's and B's. Was an F. You know, Dean Milliner was an Alabama cornerback, a can't miss prospect. We don't know. I will say this: my grade is that I trust in Joe Douglas, and if Joe Douglas made the pick, I give it an O and a K. Those are my grades. I give it an OK because I didn't want Gardner at 4 last year. I wanted Thibodeau. Worked out pretty well for us with Gardner. So I will say that's a very good comment. Nick always notices the D. Yep, I will tip my hat for that one, pal. That was good. Yeah, my little white fro popped out on that one, huh?
I agree.
Anytime you hear undersized and tweener run, yeah, I know. Steelers screwed us? No. Steelers didn't screw us.
No, Patriots screwed us. It wasn't the Steelers.
Wait,
I think it was the Patriots, right? What do you think?
I think the Steelers knew that we were taking tackle, whether we were at 13
true.
or whether
Yes.
we were at 15. So who's to say that the Steelers don't trade up if we're at 13? Connor tweeted, the whole
You know
NFL
what?
knew. All the people
Right.
that they talked to
Right.
said we knew the Jets wanted O-line.
Right. We weren't
doesn't change when we move back 2 spots. That's what other people thought when we were at 13.
Right.
So
we
they
weren't
would've changed
hiding
us
it.
then.
We weren't hiding it. That we were very vocal about it. So
Nobody screwed anyone. This is how the draft works. You got Aaron Rodgers. Are we screwed?
no, we're not screwed. No.
We moved back because we got Aaron Rodgers. So we're not screwed. Our offensive
agree
line
with
is
you.
better than everybody thinks. You're going to have Rodgers getting the ball out faster. He's going to make the right checks. He's going to make the right adjustments. He's going to call the hot routes. He's going to get rid of the fucking ball on time.
Exactly.
He's not going to be Zach Wilson holding the ball and ducking for 3.5 seconds or running because somebody farts and he gets shit scared and he wants to run and throw it away. You got an elite quarterback. He will raise the level of the line. He will make the right calls at the line. He will recognize a safety blitz. He will hit the quick hot route. He will do things we have never seen a Jet quarterback do.
Mhm.
So we don't need the fucking 5 first line offensive line, first 5. We don't need 5 first rounders on the offensive line. It's a fucking tongue twister if you try to say it off the spur of the moment. So we don't need to panic. We don't need to jump off a cliff. We didn't get screwed. We got Aaron Rodgers, which is why we moved back 2 spots. You know what helps Aaron Rodgers? Having the best fucking defense in the NFL, something he's never had. Having Breece Hall in the backfield, having a healthy Vera Tucker, having a healthy Mekhi Becton, having a healthy Dwayne Brown, having Max Mitchell not have the heart blood clot issue. I think we're good at tackle. I think it's very fucking over pumped by the media. I might be alone on a Revis Island here, but I am very firmly believe that we are good at tackle. Now, center, round 2, round 4, I would like to come out with a center.
Yes. Center, either one, Nick. Center or tackle, I would be happy with either one. But I would also like a defensive tackle or maybe a linebacker.
This is why I love Nick. I say what people need to fucking hear, and they're afraid to hear, Vino.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
The way his beard tickles. All right, you jerk. You got me. That was very good. Nice little setup there. Sorry, go ahead.
I would be happy with the center or a tackle, D tackle, or linebacker in the second round, going into the third day as well. Then we start looking at running back or a wide receiver. Got to get safety too in there. But I'm not mad. He was not in my top 10, but I'm trusting Joe. I got other people mad for me if they want to do that, but I'm trusting Joe.
100%. Why couldn't the Jets take JSN and trade him to the Lions? Neither one wanted him.
Yeah.
I trust Joe Douglas, man. I've been over it several times. We're close to wrapping up, but Lawson's on a 1-year deal right now. Huff is on a 1-year deal. This scheme is all about edge rushers, and if they think the kid can bend and they think he can get there and he can get home, he's got almost 36-inch arms, which is good when you're trying to come around and you swipe at the quarterback, you know. So I like I said, I trust Salah and Joe Douglas more than I trust any Jet fan or NFL fan. Gotta go. Have a good night. All right, good night, Roger. Thank you for joining me. That's pretty cool about the dogs, and welcome. Look forward to seeing you in the future. I would like a center in the second, a linebacker in the third. We would have to make moves. We don't have a third. We gave up the third in the trade for Elijah Moore that moved up to number 42 and 43 when we got the Browns second rounder. So as of right now, we just have 43, and then we jump to round 4 with some other picks.
Agreed.
It's going to be tight. We have a few holes to fill.
Hey, Nick, man. Hey, thanks for having me on, bro. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you for joining. Tell everyone where to find you.
Italy Jet on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and WhatsApp. I'm always active on WhatsApp if you want to collab or just hang out and talk. I love getting to know Jets fans and content creators. I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff this weekend for the draft. I trust this team. I love this team. Me and Nick have been going way back lately.
Breaking news.
What's up?
Ravens take Zay Flowers. They stay home at 22, and they get Zay Flowers to go with OBJ.
Wow.
Good day for Lamar. Very good day for Lamar.
Wow. Lamar's getting 2 guys with a possible Hopkins trade. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Wow. Zay Flowers is the perfect fit with OBJ in Lamar. That's going to be ruthless. But like I said, me and Nick go way back. We've been friends for a while, and we keep in touch. I always pray for him. He's always on my mind, whatever he's going through. And love his channel. Love what he does on social media. I just genuinely like the guy. He's a good guy. Love his family as well.
I love the way you
Nick.
lie.
I love
Thanks,
the way you lie.
Nothing but the best to you too, man. And I'll see you tomorrow, 7 Eastern.
For sure, brother.
All
Have
right,
a
buddy.
good night.
Have a good night, man. Take care. Go Jets.
Go Jets.
So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. I'm just looking to see if there's any other picks. Flowers to the Ravens was the last one. So I want to thank everybody. We will be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. The Jets pick at number 43 right now. So I think they're the 12th or 13th pick into the second round. Thanks, Iwan. Thanks, everyone, for joining. I have a couple guests lined up for tomorrow. Some guys will be popping in and out. Should be fun. And for those of you that did join, thank you. Make sure to throw a comment on. YouTube algorithm loves that. If you comment on the video after you watch it, like I said, share it with your friends, your Jets friends, family, whoever. Let them know we got some good things. I got a producer coming on. All right. I was saying my goodbyes, but if you got time, what's up?
Oh, why were you saying your goodbyes?
Oh, Gino left. I was winding down, and
you were all alone.
I was all alone. I was all lonesome.
What do you think of Baltimore selecting Zay Flowers? Does that mean they're not going after D-Hop?
I think that could add. I think that gives D-Hop more reason to come, right?
Oh, yeah. To make it a trio?
I mean, you got Bateman, you got the tight end, you got the running. I mean, it's a really good day for Lamar Jackson. You get, I think, electric.
I'm trying to get this volume to go. Sorry, I'm trying to get this volume to go down.
Gotcha. Nick, get that link out early so I can set the reminder. Okay.
Oh, so what do we got? Who do we got here today?
We got Twisted. We got the guy from
Iowa.
Iowa. We got my buddy Matt. Roger.
Vino's here.
Roger was here. Vino's here.
I love it.
So I'm listen, I have to use the bathroom. I'll give you the floor. You talk about whatever you want. Oh, you got artificial intelligence too now?
What do you mean?
Buffalo's camera moves when he moves. I know that was you moving it, but it just looked.
No. I'll take over from here.
Yeah, go ahead. I got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
So, look, just for those of you who don't know, Dom C sent me a text about Will McDonald. Now, he was a guy that I was selecting in like the second round, early second round, late first round for teams in our mock drafts. Like, I liked him. And one of the things I said about him was the only problem with him is every time I hear his name, it makes me want a Big Mac. So I am probably going to do a thing where on Sundays when me and Green Bean are doing the games, whenever Will McDonald gets a sack, I'm going to eat a Big Mac. I just can't. I can't help myself. I mean, it's just too tempting. I'll how will I not? I'll just see the name Will McDonald, and want McDonald's. So maybe not a Big Mac, maybe a McDouble. That's really my favorite thing anyway. I really love their McDoubles. So I might have to do that. Oh man, I'm sorry I missed the whole night, guys. I was backstage helping out with the Jets panel, and I'm done. A few picks away from me. So look, I was going to tell you what Dom's reaction was. I mean, I like McDonald. I know it's out of left field. He's a true talent off the edge. Has played off-ball linebacker also. Has dip/rip and spin move that are elite, best in the class. He's a bendy pass rusher, will ultimately be the Carl Lawson wide nine end replacement. So there you go. That's Dom C's take on Will McDonald. Look, I felt funny about the fact that we're in a super high quality edge draft, like that. It's such a deep draft where there's so many good potential edges, and here we are. We're a solid defense, who built everything on edge and not taking one. I think what really screwed us was that swap of 13 and 15. Otherwise, I think Broderick Jones is a Jet. I don't know that for sure, though. There are rumors and there is talk now, according to Rich Cimini, that we did have the opportunity to trade back, and JD said no. And he actually rejected a trade offer to trade back because he was dead set on getting his men. He wasn't going to miss out on another player that he wanted. So I think we could I think we should just be excited about the fact that the most important position on our defense, as far as the way we are schemed, is now very, very deep. And if Huff leaves, if Carl Lawson leaves, we have JJ and now Will McDonald, and we have Clemens, and we continue to just make sure that we're going to have a very good defensive line.
Yeah. I mean, I trust JD more than us. I've guys in the chat who've said it, who've been here with me saying it. Lawson's on a 1-year deal. Huff's on a 1-year deal. You got JJ and Clemens who are young. You got Quinnen. You got JFM. You got Jefferson. You know, the whole driving scheme, or the part of the defense that drives the scheme is the D line. You know, I said when we first met last year and we were getting ready for that draft, I kept saying that it's going to be Thibodeau, because when you look at what the 49er defense did for years, they drafted Bosa, they drafted Solomon Thomas, they drafted Armstead, they drafted Kinlaw. They kept drafting 1D linemen right one after the other, and all first-round picks. So do not be surprised that we're taking defensive linemen in the first round. This is what this scheme does. This is what makes this scheme great. So I don't. Yes, am I surprised by the player? Yes. You know my love for Nolan Smith from Georgia. So he's the same size, but they're saying he's a better, more refined pass rusher. He's got the longer arms. So I have no issue with it, because I trust JD and Salah more than I trust any of us, and that's no disrespect to you or any of our other friends.
I agree. And I was reading off Dom's reaction. Dom C says he's the has the best bend out of all of them, and that's a big thing for me. Like, I really especially when you grow up watching Gastineau, and Lawrence Taylor and some of these guys. It's like I still think back to that traditional bend, that guy coming around where his body, his top part of his body, does not have to be directly over his legs, and he still has strength and power and speed to get around. And to have that bend, it's exciting.
The pick is in. Sorry, the pick is in. The Vikings select Jordan Addison, wide receiver.
Wow.
So
the
Jaguars are up.
That's killing the Giants' ability to get a wide receiver. They're all just started to fall. There's still Jets forever favorite. What is that? Jalen Hyatt?
Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, Jets forever loves him.
Yeah. They Vikings just traded to Jacksonville, huh?
The Vikings pick is in.
Yeah.
Did the Vikings trade up?
I'm not seeing that. I saw Connor Hughes tweeted the Vikings select Jordan Addison.
Oh, well, the pick is in on here. Maybe it's because online it's way ahead of us.
It is. The tweets come in quicker.
Yeah, the tweets come in a lot quicker.
The Ravens take Zay Flowers at 22. The Vikings take Jordan Addison, which means the Jaguars should be on the clock unless there's something I'm missing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just really slow. I remember last year I found a website that was way ahead. Like, it was like significantly ahead. I couldn't believe it.
Bleacher Report. We've been like, you can ask the guys here. Matthew's been here a while. We were putting the picks up before a minute or two before they were even close to being announced.
So I'm going to eat a McDouble for every sack Will McDonald gets.
Nice. I'll stay on through the Giants pick, because my buddy Matt here is a Giant fan.
Okay.
So I'll stay on through that pick, and then I'll wrap it up. There was like couple more people in here, and then I started doing the goodbye, so people bounced, and then you popped in. I was like, all right, if you're here, I'll stay. You're my buddy.
Yeah, I want them to be able to hang out with you a little bit tonight, you know?
Trade. The Giants are on the clock. The Giants moved up, Matt. The Giants moved up with the Jaguars, not the Vikings.
I wonder who they panicked to get.
I got to see who's available. Hold on.
Well, the Giants might go center. They might go Barisi for defensive tackle.
I had Brian Branch. They could be going guard, right? Like because guard or center.
Nobody's taken Brian Branch yet. Oh wow.
That's who I had to the Giants today in my full round 1 mock on IOW.
Wow.
I had Brian Branch going there because he's that Tyrann Mathieu type, right? Like he's the nickel, he's the safety, he's the blitzer.
If they grab him right now, you're a genius.
24 and 1. I did nail Lucas Van Ness to the Packers.
Okay.
I got to look over it. It's been chaotic in here trying to get everybody the news as quick as we can.
MJ is saying I effed up. I mixed up the team.
He did. He said Vikings traded with the Jags. He meant to say the Giants.
Now, that's not a big trade up for the Giants. So they were obviously worried someone was going to take someone. Who are they jumping for? I mean, like, let's think of positions. Wide receiver, a center. I could totally see the Giants going for a center.
I mean, you look at the needs of the Jaguars, it's cornerbacks. Oh, Joey Porter. Did Joey Porter get picked yet?
No.
They wanted to jump the Jags to get Porter. I think they take the man corner here so they can blitz the way they want to. I think it's Porter or I think it's Branch. They're going to get someone to cover on the back end with what they do in the front.
Right.
Or did they go Nolan Smith and Wink Martindale just fucking goes ballistic with them?
I don't know.
I'm trying to find.
Do you have any hope at all? Is there any part of you that believes Anton Harrison could slip to 43?
Trailer Giants trade. I'm looking for the live draft board. Usually Bleacher Report has the live draft board with who's been taken.
GVH just saying good night. He's got to go feed his kid.
Good night, buddy. Thanks for joining, and we'll be back on tomorrow at 7. Slob on my knob.
Knobcraft.
Had to eat until we could sleep. Glad you did this. The Jets know what we don't do well. Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate you, man, and it was really fun talking with you tonight, man. You had a lot of great points in there. We'll see you tomorrow. If you're available, hop back in. 7 o'clock, I'll be here.
I'll bitch to you a little bit, Nick. I'll bitch to you a little bit. So I agreed to help moderate in the back of Jets Talk 24/7. His panel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I spend the entire night literally writing down the name of every single super chat he got. And I'm texting it to Green. I'm texting it to Green Bean. So I'm working my ass off, texting it to Green Bean.
Oh, well, hold on 1 second. Breaking. Where'd it go? Connor Hughes had breaking.
Oh, he's going to give away the pick.
Giants have selected Banks, the cornerback.
Holy cow, not Porter.
Not Porter, not Branch.
They like Banks.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So anyway, I'm working my tail off for 2 hours, writing the name of every single super chat, texting it to Green Bean so they can give away their T-shirts. And Green Bean, when I send it to him, right, says, first of all, now I find out that Ryan gave everybody speaking slots to come onto his show. Not me. I just get to be in the
They
back.
having guests on tonight?
No, he's going to start letting people on all weekend. He gave them all slots. He didn't give me a slot, even though I'm the one back there helping him. Right? So then T goes back there too. Tigo is just simply typing the names of the guy. Like, I was willing to do it, but he was faster because he was obviously watching on the app or something. So he's just typing the name of the guy that was drafted in the position with the correct spelling. That's all he had to do. I'm writing down the name of every super chat, and Ryan's running through them. I'm quickly typing them onto my phone. I'm doing all this work. Green Bean, when I send it to him, before he announces the winner, says, hey, I just want to point out, thank Jets Chaos. And before he can finish thanking me, Ryan interrupts him and goes, and Tigo. Tigo's back in there, and he just said that and just totally cut him off from even thanking me. And then I find out, and I love these people. I want them to have their spots. He's like, oh, Gunny, we'll see you at 10 a.m. tomorrow. You got your spot to come into the show. He didn't give me a spot. Like, and I'm like, why am I helping this guy?
I will.
Like, why am I helping this guy? So I was like, Green Bean, I gotta go, man. I'm sorry. And I think Green Bean knew because he was like, okay, dude, I'll see you later. I'll take over from here. I think Green Bean knows why I left. I was like, I will never help that guy again. That's like total bullshit.
We talked about it off air. I'll reserve my feedback for when we're talking off air.
Okay. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I understand as your friend. I understand your frustration. You knew my concerns with you going into it, and the structure. I'm trying to talk in code based off what you know.
Yeah.
And the structure that was set up, I thought was disrespectful. Let's say that, and I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad you're here. I'm going on at 7 tomorrow for round 2. It's probably not going to be a marathon like this tonight with the round 1 being really exciting. But the Jets pick like the 12th or 13th pick. I think we could move back tomorrow. But we'll see how it goes. Like Adam might be able to pop in and out tomorrow. I think he's doing what you did today. And I asked him, I was like, and he's like, no. But again, he says he's got a time slot to go on. Gunny does.
Yeah, it's messed up.
How do I word this?
That's okay.
Here,
I got my.
I think I've said this to you before.
It's okay.
You have to stop expecting the world to be as good and genuine and kind and sincere and thoughtful as you are. And that's not your issue, but that's something that you give so much goodness out into the world. You're a great person. You're a great friend. I don't want to turn this into like a blowjob session with you, but I'm going to tell you that I tell you what I think about you. You're one of my best friends, and when you get hurt, it bothers me, and when you get bothered, it bothers me, and when people show you them true selves, believe them.
Yeah, I'm actually like, I'm not bothered or hurt right now. At this point, I'm proud of myself because I stopped and said, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Okay.
And I'm not like responding, and I'm not going to be there tomorrow or Saturday. You know what I mean? Like, I
don't have 30,000 followers. I'm closing in on 250.
Yeah.
But if I get to 3 million followers, I will never, ever do that. I came up, you are kind of like my mentor. You know how you look up to Green Bean and he showed you the ropes? You showed me the ropes. And I would never want to treat anybody like that. And I feel bad for you. I really do.
No, don't worry about it. And I know that you wouldn't.
We got another trade. Hold on.
And all that matters is that we don't treat people like that.
Yeah. Bills are on the clock. Jaguars traded back. Bills are on the clock at 25.
Wow. Who are they?
Yeah,
they want Porter?
That's a different way of saying, yeah. And you know what? Good for you. Good for you. I've never dealt with, I mean, I took a picture with O'Leary at the game. I've never met Ryan. I've never really watched the show. I think I watched a little bit last year on Saturday on the panel on Saturday afternoon, and talked cereal. I mentioned Fruity Pebbles or the top dog, and that comment got on. But that's it. It just doesn't work for me with my schedule when he's on. You know.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, if I have spare time, which I have a lot of, I try to catch up on my friends' videos. I try to watch yours, Buffalo's, Tigo's, Gunny.
It's hard. It's hard when you're
yeah. Like, I can't watch 35 different content creators,
Yeah.
You can answer this, Jeremy. Twisted asked this, and I don't know. Is it 500?
Until you have a fan club option? No. Well, you could have the membership option when you're at 1,000 and you become monetized.
Okay.
Then you could do the members.
Oh, because then people can sign up and pay for monthly.
If you wanted to take a shortcut, you could do Patreon at any time. But that's a totally different company. Like, you could set up a Patreon account.
Yeah, that I know.
Like Green Bean does.
I'm thinking like 500 is a good place to do that. Like
500 is the magic number for community posts. So you could put out a post to your subscribers.
Oh, like your YouTube feed, right? Like when
you know once in a while I'll put out a post saying my show's canceled tonight, or
you can do that on YouTube, right? At
Yeah.
500? Okay, because I see
500.
pictures and things like that. So that's 500. You could start to like share it like a news feed. Got you.
Yep.
So Bills are on the clock. What do we think?
I think they're going to take Brian Branch.
They moved up 2 spots. They wanted to jump the Cowboys. Could be Brian
Oh,
Brisset.
who are they
Oh.
worried?
They're going to take tight end. They jumped the Cowboys to take a tight end. They're going to take Mayer or Kincaid.
Oh, they're going to take Mayer. Okay, you don't think? What about Brian Bresee? He's fallen, huh?
Yeah, Dom said he would.
Yeah.
That was one of the guys that I liked, and Dom was like, he might be round 2.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll say it. Well, Knob says, I certainly love you, Jeremy. You're a fucking sweetheart.
Thanks.
This is Nick's channel. We can
Thanks.
we could say these words.
I appreciate that, Knob. I'm sorry. I was supposed to get to meet Knob, and I got COVID when I was in North Carolina, so I didn't get to go.
Oh, he's in North Carolina? That's where he is?
Yeah, he's a chef and
I know.
Yeah, so he's
good dude too. He was one of the people that helped me a couple months ago.
Yeah, we were gonna go for lunch for sure. I was gonna go and just like hang out. I was gonna scream, "Can you tell the chef to come out? Tell him Jets."
This is when you were in North Carolina visiting your parents, and you told me that you faked getting COVID because you didn't want to go meet that guy who was the chef.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That time.
All right, I called it. Dalton Kincaid. Bills jumped Cowboys to get the tight end.
But not Mayer.
Mayer's going to be a Cowboy.
That's what they may have wanted. I honestly thought that Mayer would be before Kincaid. I thought you'd take the solid guy out of Notre Dame. So call me surprised.
What with Knox and Kincaid? That's a nice comp. They got another weapon.
I think the slide of Jerry Porter is shocking.
Right?
I think it's shocking. I thought the Steelers, before they traded up, might go for him. I didn't think the Steelers were going to come down and take a tackle. As soon as they did the trade, I knew we were screwed. As soon as they made that trade, I knew it was to take Broderick Jones. But you know what? If we get Matthew Bergeron or DeJuan Jones, is that such a bad thing? I mean, I don't think Anton Harrison is going to last that long unless we trade up.
I mean, Brisset, Cansey's still there.
No, Cansey went.
Oh, he went to the Bucs at 19. You're right. I'm sorry. This was post-draft, and a couple of the picks are foggy. No, you're right. He loves to eat. It did break his heart. I was just busting your balls with that one up. But if he could have been there on a stretcher, he could have been there for a good meal.
I know, right? As I was like,
can I send my wife to pick it up?
Dude, I grew up in the restaurant industry. There's nothing like knowing the chef. I mean, I grew up in an Italian restaurant in Brooklyn. When I got bored of the menu, all the guys back there were from Ecuador. So what do you think they ate? They didn't eat what was on the menu. So I started eating what they were eating at 10 o'clock at night. Arroz con pollo. I started eating this wonderful food that, because that's what they grew up cooking. That's their culture. So that was the best food they knew how to cook. So I just started eating what they ate, like there's nothing like just telling a chef, what do you want to make me? Because you just leave it to them. Tell them what you like. Tell them what you don't like. I'm allergic to fish. I like beef and chicken. I like I like a little bit of heat or whatever. And then you let the chef just be creative and be a chef.
Nice.
That's how you get the best meals. Because instead of just ordering something that's on a menu, you just say, can you go into your comfort zone?
Chris Sims says the Jets take Will McDonald, top 5 defense in football, and they add this guy.
You were right, Dalton Kincaid.
Nice. And I think that the Cowboys take Mayer. I think it's a no-brainer. I think they valued Kincaid over Mayer, and that's why they jumped the Cowboys, because they knew that they were going to go tight end.
Do you know what they had to give up? Probably not much.
No, it was probably a 3 or 4, probably a 4 or 5 at this point of first round.
Yeah.
Chris Sims says top 5 defense in football, and they add this guy. He's as long as it gets. That's what she said. Maybe the best pound for pound strength in the draft. He's Leonard Floyd with better pass rush ability, and Leonard Floyd went top 10.
They're saying that about who? About
McDonald.
Look, if he becomes a 15 sack guy a year or whatever, becomes one of the elite edges, sack leaders in the league, then it's a genius pick. It's one of the hardest positions to fill. I mean, even Carl Lawson, who's our guy, gets 5 or 6 sacks. I mean, can you imagine if this kid comes in and gets 8, 9 sacks his first year and then becomes a double-digit sack guy? It'd be awesome. I'm going to look at it from the most positive way possible. Maybe this kid's going to be a beast.
100% what I did, like word for word. That's what I told everybody. I cleared things out of the way because I got the green screen now, but I'm on like the kitchen folding, the lunch tray folding tables. I got the laptop on that. I got the green screen behind me. I had my cup of water. Like, I moved everything, and I moved the table away from me because if it was Nolan Smith, I was gonna fucking jump as high as a guy with no ACL can jump. And I was like, I had my hands on like the arms of the chair, like ready to explode, and then Italy told me who it was, and I didn't overreact. Some people do the reaction for the sake of the reaction, right? The people who record themselves punching their TV when they have the brand new TV to the side of the room and they're going to hook it up anyway. You reply. Sorry, I got comments coming in like crazy. So it is what it is. As much as I love all of my friends, we are very, very low in the amateur ranks of being Cowboys.
I just tweeted, clearly Saleh sees McDonald as his Bosa.
This week, cool.
Because that's what it is. That's Bosa. That's Nick Bosa. That's who he's trying to find that guy. He's trying to find.
And I was saying earlier, TJ Watt went in the 20s. Ed Reed went in the 20s. You get Hall of Fame, elite, top of the class players in the mid 20s. Why can't we find a guy at 15? I'm okay with it. As much as I would love. Give me one second.
All right. Dan, where you at? Say something, Dan. I really hope they're like, man, Mike is calling me. Yeah.
Can we talk about Will Levis still being on the board at 26?
That's insane.
I wouldn't draft a guy who puts mayonnaise in his coffee and eats the banana peel. Speaking of eating the banana peel, where's Iowa? What program are you using for the background? You're looking a little bleached out. That's because I'm using I have some stuff in storage from my previous place, and the camera with the good light and the higher refresh rate is in storage. I'm using the camera in the laptop, which it's an old laptop, isn't the best. So if I go very slowly, it'll happen a little bit there. It's white on white, right? But like if I move, the refresh rate just can't pick it up. So I try my best to sit still. But
I want Jeff Fence to remember something.
My producer is sending me a camera and a mic.
Oh, nice. I want everybody to remember something. Aaron Rodgers had a top 5 defense once in his career. He won the Super Bowl. If everybody who's screaming Will McDonald, like if you want another justification, we're doing what we have to do to make sure we give that guy a top 5 defense. Because his track record is you give him a top 5 defense, you win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. There was a stat the other day. Aaron Rodgers in his career is 88-10 when the defense holds the opposition under 20 points a game. Last year, the Jets gave up 18.6. And with the line and with Aaron Rodgers and with Breece Hall, it might even go lower because we're going to be on the field longer. We're going to sustain a lot of drives. The fact that we had no offense and no identity for the last 6-7 weeks and still gave up less than 20 points a game is incredible. We're going to go to a complete another level next year, like 3 points a game. That's it. Because we have to win games. We have to be up at halftime by 35-3 every week. This way, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to play in the second half, and he doesn't play 65% of the snaps, and we keep the number one pick the following year. So we just have to blow everybody out and take Rodgers out by mid-third quarter.
Yep.
Nah, do we have the pick yet for the Cowboys?
It says the pick is in on the TV, which means it's out there in the world.
I'm looking.
But I think that Jets Chaos said it best when he said, I think we just took our Nick Bosa.
Okay. I love it. And you know how much I love the D-line. I had to make sure I said line very quickly after that. All right, Adam Schefter tweets, for what it's worth, Kentucky quarterback Will Levis, who was considered to be in consideration for the top 10 picks, took 8 top 30 visits in recent weeks to these franchises: Panthers, Texans, Colts, Raiders, Titans, Bucks, Falcons, Patriots. So if you're looking at any of these teams to trade up, Falcons, Panthers took a quarterback, Texans, Colts took quarterbacks, Raiders, Titans. Wow, the Cowboys take Mozzie Smith.
Wow. I'm not shocked. I did that in our mock. Remember I did that?
Yeah.
I did that in our first mock a few weeks ago. It's not a shock. It just means that we're not getting a good defensive tackle either. We're so fucked. We're so fucked.
Tigo commented, the first round is insane, and I replied, also means we don't know as much as we pretend to. Mozzie Smith. Oh, autocorrect got you, Matt. All right, it's 11:18. I'm a clock. Matt, are you and Lamar going on? Or are you waiting for the draft to end? But what time you home from work tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm home all day tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice. Good for you. All right, give me a call when you get up tomorrow, since you're behind me. And after you have your breakfast, your coffee, whatever, give me a call and we'll discuss everything that's on your mind.
All right.
But don't stress it. Don't let it bother you. Don't,
no.
Don't
Dude,
let it eat your night.
I'm totally cool.
Okay.
Totally cool.
All right, cool. You won't make a prediction? Come on, guy. Won't make a prediction on what?
What can I make a prediction on? Everybody is freaking getting picked that we would pick. All the defensive tackles are gone, except Brian Breesy, but he's not going to make it to 43. I hope DeJuan Jones or Anton Harrison make it to 43. What can I say?
He wants a prediction for the Jet pick? All right, go ahead. What are you thinking?
At 43? I think it's going to – I mean, it depends on who's there, but if they're there, I would go DeJuan Jones or Anton Harrison, DeJuan Jones would be my 1 and 2 top 2 choices. Okay. Number 3 would be Brian Breesy if he's there. I mean, if we can't get an offensive tackle, we got to get a defensive tackle. I mean, we have needs, but I'm just hoping there's a tackle that's still there. I hope like Matt Bergeron, or DeJuan Jones or Anton Harrison, like one of these guys better fall.
If I had to pick right now, Twisted, and also I love your comments. Tomorrow's draft, damn it. Because I've never talked to him. I've never seen him on a show, but I just think with his delivery and demeanor that he fits right into like like our niche, right? Like he just looks like he's got that delivery where he could dish out shit and take it to.
Oh, Twisted, hell yeah.
Yeah. Some people type and you think they're being a dick, and we've all seen those guys. But then when he comments, it's like you laugh at the comment because, like, he's busting balls.
Twisted sent me a bottle of the bomb hot sauce. and put it
like DA.
Yeah, no,
the bomb.
Yeah, it's the worst. And it'll kill you. And he put it in a warning. He said, "Please, though, don't take too much and hurt yourself."
All right, tomorrow. If one of the three centers are there, if Schmitz, Tittman, I think you got to get a good center in the middle. McGovern's deal tells you Jets don't believe in him to be the man, but he could be a good mentor. I think a center. Jaguars selected Anton Harrison, so there goes that for you.
Oh my God, we're getting killed.
And and the Bengals should be up now. And the Bengals, I mean, they could lean tackle too.
I don't think they'd take. Well, they might take DeWan.
I would go center, Schmitz or Tittman.
Oh my God, the Bengals are going to take Mayer. Oh my God, they'll be unbeatable. They're going to take Mayer, dude.
We can beat them.
Yeah, but they're going to take Mayer. That's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be good. They could take Mayer. They could take DeWan Jones. They can add to the O-line.
I say they take Mayer. Can you imagine giving him another weapon?
That's not a bad pick at all.
Another
and worse. How about they take Darnell Washington and Mayer's very good with the but Washington in the red zone scares the hell out of me if I'm playing against them.
Yeah, Washington gives you an extra offensive lineman when you want to line them up that way.
I'm tired, but let me Twisted, since you've hung out the whole time, I will take a look and give you my thoughts. Kincaid, man. Say Flowers is gone. Gibbs is gone. Josh Downs from North Carolina might be a nice little surprise. Schmitz. That's all I see really on the offense that's jumping out. Tittman was the other one. Brian Branch is still there. What if Brian Branch falls? And then you got Branch and Michael Carter and 4 wide receiver sets covering those guys. Joey Porter Jr. is still there. That's a shock. Isaiah Foskey, we're not taking an edge. Calais Ringo. Canty's gone. Cam Smith. Will McDonald. So PFN has McDonald grades out as a potential top 100 pick. His athletic testing and Senior Bowl performance will undoubtedly help him, but there's still the matter of projection when it comes to him. On tape, McDonald has an abundance of extremely desirable athletic and physical qualities. He has elite proportional length for his frame to go along with high-level explosiveness, agility, twitch, and flexibility. He has a great motor as well and flashes nuance with his pass rush plan. RAS score 9.66. So Jack Campbell went, which is a shock. Mozzie Smith just went.
Wow, they took defensive tackle Taven Bryan.
Really?
Yeah, not Brian Breesy. Oh no, that was a different year.
I was like, who the fuck is that? We go linebacker, maybe Henley. Trenton Simpson, I like his speed as the offside linebacker. Would be good to have Quan come back and mentor him. Who did Jacksonville take? Did they take
Anton Harrison?
Oh, they took Harrison. I read it. I'm sorry.
Oh my guys, the only guy I got left that was in the tier 2 with him was DeWan Jones. After that, it's tier 3 with Matt Bergeron and McClendon.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Twisted. I don't think that this draft is that good. I wouldn't be surprised if we trade back, pick up a 4th or 5th rounder, or even a pick next year. Like
But Twisted is right. If Brian Branch, I mean, he hasn't been picked yet. It's insane. He's gonna get picked. He's not gonna make it to 43. But if he did, I'd freaking take him. I don't care about need. I would just take Brian Branch because he's gonna be a star in the NFL.
Yeah, very well could be.
I would take him purely on best guy on the board.
And who drafted Nolan Smith? Is he still there?
Nolan Smith is still there. Murphy is still there at edge. Freaking Murphy. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy who's still there. There's some insane guys that are still there. I mean, I don't know why they have Brian Branch listed as a cornerback. That's really weird. He's a freaking safety.
He's
not only is he a safety, he's much better in the box. This is my annoying laugh. The Bengals ran to the podium. Their pick is in already. They sprinted to the podium. I'm telling you, it's to take Mayer. I know it.
Who's up? Bengals?
Yeah, the pick is in already. They sprinted. They're freaking doing jumping jacks probably from Mayer.
Bengals have selected Miles Murphy.
They took Miles Murphy? Wow. Call me surprised. I can't. Is Mayer going to slip out of the first round? Holy.
Hey, Tigo. What's up, Tigo?
If Mayer slips out of the first round, man.
Still on.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I didn't hit any of the draft bets. Murphy's, yeah, that's a good pick for them, man. That's a good pick. I don't have any issues with that pick. That's good for them.
I was surprised that Murphy wasn't picked already. When I just saw him on the board, I was like, wow, Murphy is still there? Jeez. He was
both guys from Clemson, Brissett and Murphy fell late. And Simpson, too. 3 guys on Clemson's defense that people thought would go.
Coveted.
Yeah, 100%. You're right. Ian Rappaport says the Bengals take a freakish edge rusher. So.
Yeah, I once took Mayer in the second round for the Jets because he slipped in the stupid PFN. And he goes in the chat screaming, you got to take Mayer. And I did it. And everybody's screaming, no, that's stupid. And it's like, no, it's not stupid. Sometimes you have to take a star when a star is there. If Mayer was there when we picked, you have to take him. Like, you don't pass on a superstar. If Brian Branch was to slip to 43, you freaking take him. Like, if something freakish happens and every other team is stupid, you have to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
To me, Mayer and freaking Brian Branch, probably 2 of the best players left on the board. I don't know. Schmitz is still there, center.
The Pats pick before us tomorrow. What's the chances they screw us? I don't think they screwed us. We had the 13th pick. Who's to say that the Steelers don't jump us there? Like, the whole league knew we were going to go O-line if one of the top guys were there. I mean, that wasn't a secret.
And we don't even know that 100%. There's a chance that Lou McDonald was always the guy. I'm telling you, there's a chance that Robert Saleh said, that's my Nick Bosa. That's what might have happened. He might have said, that's my Nick Bosa. Oh, my God, that's Nick Bosa. He might have looked at his attributes, looked at the way he plays, and said, he could be my Nick Bosa. That could have happened. I'm not saying it definitely did. I'm saying it could have.
Yeah, and everyone's saying the Pats screwed us. We got Aaron Rodgers. That's why we moved back. Like, how can we be upset about that? Like, we got Aaron Rodgers. That's the reason we moved back. We didn't move back for fucking no reason. We moved back because we got our franchise quarterback. So I don't get people blaming the Patriots or saying, listen, the Steelers could have jumped up any time to get an offensive lineman. They didn't have the Patriots doing it on their board. They didn't have the Packers doing it on theirs. They knew in their opinion, that we wanted one, so they jumped at the right time. If we
Now,
were 13, they could have jumped to 12.
Now here's the Saints. Now, just the other night,
It's got to be guard, right?
yeah,
Avila or
no,
Torrance?
well, I predicted Avila. Remember the other
And
day?
I did too. We took the same guy. I took
Yeah.
Avila when we did 1.0.
Right.
on
both
Buffalo's,
we
and you
both
took the
agreed.
2.0.
We both agreed. It's not him, Weipler, but Avila, because he gives you the option for both center and guard, and then later they could take the best guard or center on the board, whichever is the better
Yes, man.
player, and have that versatility.
I'm going to bed as soon as this is over, Matt. I'm just gonna hang on now. We're this close. I might as well stay on until the end of round one. But
Yeah,
as soon as this is done, I'm sleeping now while sitting up. But I'll hit you tomorrow, man. Thank you for joining, bud. It was a pleasure, and we'll do it again tomorrow.
Yeah,
you
I'll
want
be
to
on
tune
with
in-
you the whole night tomorrow. That's
Oh, I was
it.
talking to Matt in the chat. Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome. We'll have fun.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Matt,
same
if you
with
want
you,
to
man.
pop in tomorrow, feel free, man. If you want to stop in when the Giants are up on the clock, whatever. What was I looking at? So 29 is the Saints. I think the Nolan Smith to the fuck. I mean, right? Like, could it be Nolan? Eminon, what's up, man? When our new boy starts laying out quarterbacks, dude, I agree. I trust JD and Salah over any of us. As much as I value everyone's opinions, we're amateurs, bro. If this is who they like, this is who they like. I'm just waiting for the pick to come in. Casino. Oh, Eminon, how was your night? Love our pick. I like that, man. I like the positivity. That's that's what I'm about. I said the same stuff. I trust them. I do. I didn't like Gardner pick at 4 last year. I wanted Thibodeau, and it ended up being an outstanding pick. So I have learned that my way is not always the best way, and that's in many aspects of life as of late.
So is the Will Levis drop to this point shocking, or we knew it was possible? Like, I thought for sure somebody would have grabbed him by now. Portigo's going to come in with some clever comment. No, Jeremy, it's not shocking. But like, I mean,
we had Levis as at 2 at one point, I think, to Houston.
yeah, I mean, I understand that once that didn't happen, then it's like, oh, well, then he could slip pretty far, but really this far, there's no other team that's not thinking for the future. I mean, Minnesota to replace Kirk Cousins someday. Like, it's just, it's kind of weird to me, man.
Oh, I'm cheered up. I had an $8 free thing. I won $8 on a free spin every day. Select. Oh, Brian Brisset went to the Saints. So your boy's off.
I mean, I wasn't in love with Brisset. I mean, there's no defensive tackles left. I mean, now
I haven't watched it. Eminon, I haven't watched it. I'll have to take your word for it. I have not watched it at all.
We're talking about a 4th round pick now for defensive tackle. I mean, who's left that you're gonna go? I mean, at this point, it drops all the way down. Oh no, and the Keanu Benton. Keanu Benton is still a possibility. Might be considered a reach at 43, though.
Would you consider it a reach around? Sorry. I was doing cheesy jokes earlier on the IOW show. It was pretty funny.
That's like the punchline of jokes. At least you could have given me a reach around.
13. Oh, they pulled a 21.
On the clock. They're on the clock.
Nick's back. I'm back. I've just been looking down, playing the. I'm not sleeping or anything. So 30 is the Eagles. So, wow. What if the Eagles take Nolan Smith?
Wow.
Holy shit. They've gotten Carter. They've gotten Davis. They've gotten Nakobe Dean. What if they take Nolan Smith and build the Georgia defense in Philadelphia?
Who did they take the first round when they traded up?
Jalen Carter.
Oh my God.
And then they got the monster Jordan Davis last year, and then they drafted N'Kobe Dean. They would have 4 straight first-round picks, or Dean was second round, I think. They would have 3 straight first-round picks that were Georgia defenders.
That's crazy. Dean slept actually. So third. He went like 89 or something, 88 or something crazy number like that. But that was because of an injury, because he had a pec injury. He had a pec injury, and he wanted people to massage the pec, and that concerned teams. His obsession with people wanting to rub his pec.
I've been there. I can relate.
Eminem.
I'm always
Eminem.
Yeah. You can't take the sleep session, Jeremy. No, I'm not sleeping. I'm literally playing blackjack on the phone. I had $8 in 3 bets, and I've got it up to 16 right now.
Eminem.
Are you all right? Ace?
Me and my brother used to do that to Eminem all the time. Like it's from some show. Like it's not that name, but it sounds like it. So we used to go Eminem. Eminem. Do you know what Eminem? You know how he got that name?
I do not. Tell me.
Read it backwards.
No name. That's great. I was waiting for like Red Rum, something like murder, like something wild. That was a slap on Chaos, but he's ignoring me as usual. What was? I missed it. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh man.
So the 6:09 on the clock for the Eagles. You're almost there, buddy. We're up to pick 30. And I think there's only 31 picks, right? Because Miami is...
Yeah, it's this, and then the Chiefs, who surprisingly stayed home. I mean, you got Dallas Goedert. Do you consider Mayer?
If I'm the Chiefs? The Eagles? I mean, either one could consider him. He's a weapon. Even if you have Kelsey. I mean, Kelsey's not a spring, he's not a baby anymore. Depends. They might like Hyatt. Kansas City might like Hyatt.
I'm commenting to Tito now. It's if the Eagles take him, meaning Smith, it's 4 Georgia guys on their day: Dean, Davis, Carter, and Smith. My dream in green, just the wrong green.
Was I sleeping on video the other night?
You've done it before, I think.
I've definitely nodded off.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So my wife convinced me not to get one of those airplane cushion things that go around your neck.
Do you know that everyone wears those backwards?
Really?
The opening is supposed to go in the back so your chin can rest on it in the front.
Oh. Well, if I was wearing that, I'd be like this. During the Wacky Wednesday when Adam's talking, I'd be like...
Oh, poor Adam. Where's Adam? Adam's out at the Virginia Jets fan thing.
That's right. With a microphone saying, okay, the winner of the final prize, raffle ticket number 8352.
He's got such a natural enthusiasm for life. Like you could see the things that like he really thoroughly enjoys, and like it's infectious to watch him like get excited about things.
He loves.
I mean, he will blow his lid quickly too, but the things that like he enjoys and loves doing, like running, like doing the Virginia Jets fan club, you could just see how like the excitement exudes from him.
He loves his sports, and he loves his food. Man, people think I love food. Adam cooks. Like Y2K99 cooks. Like he sends me pictures of the things he cooks. Like
he posts them.
Full dinners. Like, like with sides and everything.
Yeah, he does his single guys can cook hashtag. He does.
Even chaos can't deny. 3 minutes. They're using up the whole clock, Billy.
Well, this is where you get people who might want to jump up from round 2 into round 1. This is like where Lamar Jackson went in one of the last couple picks. I'm not saying Will Levis is Lamar Jackson, but if you want somebody, these are the sweet spots to jump up into because you can deal quicker with 10 minutes on the clock than you can with 20 hours until everybody can make calls tomorrow, right? But right now, you have 10 minutes. You can like pressure someone into a pick instead of like the long-term bidding war over hours and hours and hours. I just texted this lady I'm talking to, and I texted her, sorry I didn't call. Oh, the Eagles take Nolan Smith. Son of a bitch.
Shit.
Son of a bitch.
Wow. They doubled up on defensive line. And you know what? I kept saying it. Why did they lose in the Super Bowl? Because they couldn't pressure Patrick Mahomes. And there you go.
Oh.
These mofos just.
I texted to the group, fuck me sideways with a machete.
We got to play them, dude. We got to play them. My God.
We should have went line.
We better play them later in the season when Breece Hall's at 100%.
Oh. Let's play them early when our O-line is healthy.
Yeah. Maybe we should sit A-Rod that day.
That's, hey, man. I am not a
Wow,
Philly guy.
They got a guy in shoulder pads, jersey, face painted green mohawk. Look at the TV right now. Holy cow, this guy's.
I don't have it.
Wow, this guy's a lunatic.
Eagles to Nolan Smith and Jalen. Yeah.
And I was trying to bet Tigo.
Admin on Discord game server.
Tigo was going to give me like an under-over before the free agency started of like 9 games for the Eagles, and I was like, I'll bet you any amount of money you want to bet, $5,000. He's like, I can't. I'm a student at home.
What was it? What was the bet?
Eagles win-loss, not 9 games over under. He wanted the under. And then they started signing everybody and keeping their players, and he pulled back and said, no, they're okay, they're good. But like,
I remember that. That was like early. That was like early February.
Right. I was willing to bet any amount of money. I said, "What are you crying? You're going to give me a 9-game under over on the Eagles? I'll freaking take a second mortgage of my house for that bet."
I try not to be envious of other teams because we're building something nice here. But I'm telling you, being the Georgia fan that I am, Davis, Carter, Dean, and Smith on the Eagles, I'm a little envious. Not that I don't like any of our players. It's just the Georgia connection.
Well, they're gonna build up a great defense, but we're gonna have a great defense, dude. We just added McDonald.
Connor Hughes tweeted, "Whatever gap the Giants thought they closed between the Eagles just widened even further."
Wow.
I mean, they're rookies. They have to learn the league, but you could have drafted the best 2 defenders. You could have drafted the best 2 defensive players out of this.
I mean, look, obviously the Jets like McDonald's a lot better than Nolan's.
It's also a different scheme, though, right? And
yeah, you take the best guy for your scheme.
It's apples and oranges, right? When you're doing the different schemes. So
we got our Bosa.
Hey, man, it's a sometimes trading back 1 year can pay huge dividends, and you're looking at the Eagles this year. And they did it. They traded back. Yeah. Italy Jet just tweeted, "Someone check on proud New York Jet fan off of the Schefter tweet."
I'm an admin on a Discord game server.
Yeah, I
How do
wanted
you
to
get
ask that.
game?
What is that?
Oh.
Twisted? I'm at Discord game server. Had a bunch of guys join the Chaos channel.
I love Twisted. Twisted loves Chaos. Chaos loves Twisted. Where
If you get that link out early, I can post it on the server. Can't hurt. All right, I will. I'll create it tonight after this. Oh, did you go to Peppermint Pattyville?
No.
Liar.
What is Peppermint Pattyville?
What?
What is Peppermint Pattyville?
I was trying to talk in code. Peppermint patties.
Oh no.
Okay.
I
you had the head tilt going to you, and I'm like,
No.
it's hitting. So we have the Chiefs coming up now. And Schefter tweeted, Eagles draft another Georgia defender, this time edge rusher Nolan Smith. He now joins Carter, Davis, and Dean. 4 college teammates reunited in Philadelphia. Georgia has become the Eagles' unofficial trading ground. Italy Jet Gino, who was on earlier, tweets, someone check on proud New York Jets fan. And I replied, I'm still on with chaos. Not well. All right, Twisted. I will... as soon as I am done here, as soon as the Chiefs pick comes in, I might be signing off before. So once that happens, do you have Twisted contact information or no? Do you have an email or anything for him?
I did, yeah. But he's got to be okay with it because that is real name and stuff. But I do have an email from him. So
all right, yeah, Twisted. Mark this down, Twisted. I'm going to give you my email. And then I'll reply to you with my phone number, and then you can shoot me a text. It's nshine, like my name, nshine78 at gmail.com. nshine78 at gmail.com.
Were you born in 1978? I got you.
No, just 78. I know. You were probably in your fucking teens walking around with like a big afro in the 70s and 78.
I got you. I think you were born the same year as my wife. No, I think she was 77.
Oh, yeah?
I think she was born on the day Reggie Jackson hit the 3 home runs in one game.
Oh, was she October 18th?
Yeah.
1977?
Yeah.
That was 1 year to the day before I was born. That's right. Me and her have the same birthday.
Yeah.
Me, her, and Gunny all have the same birthday.
That's crazy.
Right?
That's wild.
Yeah. 2 of the people that you love most in life, and then your wife, too. I'm kidding. How's she doing, all right?
Yeah, she's good.
Good. All right, Twisted. Shoot me an email. Got it. Okay, cool. And then I'll set up the link. I'll email you the link back, and then my phone number, and then give me a call during the day tomorrow, and we'll talk about the Discord, whatever that is.
Chiefs are gonna make us wait to they have to use the entire clock, really?
I mean, who do they take? That Brian Branch would be nice. They had the Honey Badger, right? You put him back there in that role.
You give
There's
Kansas
some
City
cornerbacks worth taking. They don't need a guard. They don't need a center. I don't see a tackle worth it. I don't see DeJuan Jones, although that could be the guy.
You give Kansas City Brian Branch. That's
maybe Downs from North Carolina, the wide receiver. I don't see a running back. Obviously not a quarterback.
Brian Branch would make so much sense, but a wide receiver would make sense.
And Tigo would lose the bet with Buffalo that he wasn't a first-round pick.
Oh, Tigo told him he wouldn't be a first-round pick?
He did. So.
I love it when Tigo's right, because Tigo's takes sometimes sound so crazy, but then they're right. I love it when they're right.
Oh, I did call Richardson to the Colts. I had them trading up at number 1 for him when I did my first mock.
Oh, yeah.
Where are we here? Come on, make the fucking pick. I'm a diabetic with a bladder, man. Oh, tiny bladder.
It says the pick is in.
Which is weird because
They're going crazy probably because they can't believe Brian Branch is on the board. If they end up taking him, because that's sick if they get him. Sick.
Felix and Aduke Uzoma from, I think, Kansas State.
Oh, they went edge. Hey, I had them go edge last night. Remember? I had them go edge.
You did?
Yeah, I had them go edge.
Look for Twisted.
I think
got
I did
Twisted.
that on Green Beans thing.
Did you
I had
send
them
it,
go edge.
Twisted? All right. That was
All
fun. I expect to get off a while ago, but if you show up, I'll definitely hang out. Thank you. Oh, Matthew Smith is back. I didn't even see this comment, Matt. I'm sorry. Eagles and Nolan Smith and Jalen Michael. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
It's just the wrong green, man. It's so close too. They're a green team. They're right down the turnpike, and they're taking my dreams. All right, gentlemen. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. We'll be back on at 7:00 tomorrow. Show Jets Chaos some love. Go like his videos. Go check them out, and tell your Jets friends that we're gonna be hanging out here tomorrow. I know we're not the big show, but you get all your comments read and you get to interact more. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay blessed, everyone. God bless. And tomorrow is the 7-week sober celebration. Also, Fridays are the week anniversary. So 7 weeks tomorrow. And I'm passing out tonight, so definitely gonna make it.
Awesome.
Going to bed. Be good, brother. Love you. Take care, everyone. As always, remember, whether you like the draft pick or not, whether you like what we do or not, be loud, be proud. New York Jets fans, go Jets.